We live, baby.
You late, so you trying to overcompensate?
Right,
exactly. That's exactly what it is. I was just waiting for us to start so I could say it. Hey, relax, brother.
Yo,
I swear, why you always gotta be a negative?
I just like calling the bullshit when I see it.
Bro, it's not bullshit. I'm in a great mood, bro.
I'm
in a great mood.
You always in a great mood, man.
Man, you said what?
You always in a great mood.
I'm glad
that
you
is
think that.
Thank
you.
That is not fucking true at all, yo. That is the second most grumpy nigga I know. Like
grumpy? God damn, you make it seem like I'm just
grumpiest nigga. Nigga, you're never happy, yo.
I'm never happy. God damn, what's going on here? Like we just started.
You public facing happy, but behind closed doors, that nigga's a grumpy motherfucker, boy.
Damn, bro.
Really?
Like shit.
I don't think so.
Dog. Oh, you know what? He only calls me when there's problems. So like he'll just be like, "World's fucked up, Jay. Shit is fucked up."
How did we get here?
We on your ass. Yep.
Because you was late.
Damn, like this is all about.
You can't walk into no establishment and be late and not expect no type of,
There's repercussions for everything. But no. We just
that, man. Y'all finished? Let me know when y'all finish. Y'all done.
Love you. Shut up, yo. Just shut up. We still love you. Stop it, yo.
Yo, I just feel like, how was y'all weekend? Like, what's going on? How was y'all week since last Sunday? Like, how y'all feeling, guys? Come on, man. It's Sunday. Make some noise.
Hold up. Hit the applause button.
Instagram, man. What's up with y'all Instagram? Isaac Hayes, I see you, brother. My brother, my guy Isaac Hayes is a homie, man. He got me hip on fan base. He not one of them guys that gatekeep. I hit him.
Mr. Hayes, my question is, how did you get into a beef with 19 Keys? Like, I don't understand how a tech nigga and a Muslim nigga get into a beef. That's a wild shit.
When you feel like niggas is trying to steal your ideas, bro, my man tired of this shit. Facebook, Instagram,
Muslim.com. Oh shit, he got it going. He said jihad.org. Oh snap.
Jihad.
You know what I'm saying?
Wait, what, bro? This nigga
social network going on.
Hey, I don't think Jay understand. Like Jay be having too much fun. Like we gotta like work with these people. Like this nigga Jay.
That was an innocent joke. I mean, it was no disrespect.
What?
That was not.
That's not
Jay good. That's not good,
bro.
No, I mean, we good.
We ain't say nothing. Yeah, do what you want.
Fucking genius and a millionaire. One fat broke nigga don't make his. He don't give a fuck. I swear to God, you at home laughing right now. Yeah. So anyway, but shout out to all of them dudes, man. Like, yo, Isaac Hayes, I love your app, kind of, sorta. It's glitchy, but I like it. So like, I swear to God, if y'all can stop sending me notifications, can you turn down notifications maybe 20%, maybe like once a day? Like, God damn. I'm sorry. Go ahead. My bad.
I'm just letting you. I mean, hey,
my bad. I'm sorry.
You do your thing, brother. Like, God damn, man. I actually like the app, man. I ain't just saying that because he's probably not in the live now no more, but I like the app because I miss the audio rooms a little bit. So like I be in there talking and listening. It's a vibe, bro. Like when
why you ain't tell me? I would have jumped in with you,
bro. I tried to. I was looking for you and everything. I couldn't find your name.
I'm a find. We'll find each other. Okay. And then we turn up on that bitch. No, that shit is actually kind of cool. It's got a lot of dope. It's what I would want out of an app. Yo, just give me all the features, bro. Just give me all the features. Like, don't be trying to pick what features gonna be here and there. Nah, Isaac Hayes went to every platform and said, "Oh, I'll take all of this shit and we're gonna put it all in one place." Shout out to that man.
A lot of the shit was like kind of like his idea.
Yeah.
And then other apps was taking the ideas from him.
So white people do what white people normally do.
That's why I was talking about the 19 Keys thing, because I'm like, you get tired of people taking your shit.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? So
damn.
But yeah, I think even the IGTV thing, I think he showed me a picture in like that he posted in like 2014. And IGTV came out in like 2018.
Right.
So like, I
forgot all about that.
Yeah, I get that man his props, man. And like I said, man, most important, forget all the other shit. He's not no gatekeeper. I call this man for some complete bullshit. and he ain't gatekeep the information. That's an insider. Only me and him know. But yeah, man.
That's what's up. And he got me verified on the app. That's what
oh yeah, he got me verified too, man. He got me lit.
Damn, all right.
Yeah,
I didn't know I could get verified.
He transferred all my posts
from IG
Instagram on there too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You click one little button and all your posts from Instagram will
man, enough of this
over.
fan base shit, man. What's good with the guys, man?
Hey,
yeah, what's up, man?
Sponsor the show, nigga. Let's go.
Yeah, man. How was?
Say it again, Jay. Ask that question again.
Hey, give us some ratings to the show. Let's go.
Ask that question again, Jay.
You know what I'm saying?
Ask that question again. Yeah.
Jay Hill? Oh,
no, yeah.
Oh, how was y'all?
No. What'd you say? What's good with? Come on. What'd you say?
What's good with the bros?
No, you said what's good with the guys, but
it was good with the guys. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Huh? Okay. Bro, what?
Yo, this wall. It was a nice wall. A nice wall. Oh, I'm sorry, we live.
What's going on, bro? Yo, that nigga just being weird this morning. Like, what's up with the?
We bring an awkward back in 2024.
Yo, like, how was y'all week, man? Come on, man, talk, fellas. Let's.
The week was beautiful, man. Like I said, the weather was great. I wasn't tripping. You know what I'm saying? Like when the weather's nice, bro. I'm just happy because I have to work outside a lot. So it's nice when it's not 200 fucking degrees. So shout out to that. So
bitch, we outside tonight. Hey.
Some of the bills got paid this week. So shout out to the bills getting paid. You know what I'm saying? Got me some new, got me some new, some shades, I got fresh flags coming every week for the next couple of weeks. Shout out to my homegirl 1020. Looked out for your boy. So like, yeah, yo, make sure y'all show love. So other than that, I finally finished The Boys. Season, what is that, 4? The Boys is crazy. Who else finished up this week that I'm tripping off of? It's a lot of great TV out here right now, bro. So I've been enjoying some television. I'm about to go out with my goddaughter tonight to see Twisters. So I'm hoping that's good. So y'all pray for your boy. It's my goddaughter's 22nd birthday or 23rd.
Happy birthday.
Shout out to her, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? And she a college graduate, huh? And she going to graduate school, medical school, nigga. What? I have nothing to do with any of that. She did all of her own homework. I had nothing to do with that. I am a dumb ass nigga. She is smart as fuck. That's how the life goes.
Let's get this show on the road, man. What we got going on? I feel like a lot has happened.
Yeah, my week was good, man. I had a great week, man. Hey, my week was fantastic, man. My week was great, man. I think I only jacked off twice, which is an upgrade for me. You feel me? Been putting out a lot of content and shit. You feel me? Just been doing my thug thistle, man. You know what I mean? Yeah, man. That was my week, man.
Man, thank you, sir. We appreciate you, man. It's good to see you. You know what I'm saying? We know you getting money.
Bro, thank you for sharing, bro. Make sure you keep coming back. Oh, man. Yo.
Damn, was that shots fired? I felt like that was a shot.
Don't worry. I got some.
That wasn't a shot, bro. That was, you never.
Wow, nigga.
Right off. No, I got something for your ass.
That wasn't. No, first of all, this nigga Nick stood me up like always. Nigga always standing me up, bro. And then he wonder why I don't invite him places. Like every time I ask you
want to go there?
Yes.
Let's please.
Every time I ask you.
Here we go. You know,
every time I ask you to come over.
Leave it like this. This is what this nigga Jay do, right? This nigga Jay will be like, yo, bro, hey, pull up, man. Hey, man, I need help mowing the lawn. Hey, pull up, man. We can mow the lawn together. I be like, all right, bro, I'll pull up, bro. Mow the lawn, I guess, bro. We gotta do that. Then weeks ago by, whatever the case is, I'll be like, yo, what you doing? Nigga be like, oh, shit, man, I just got done having this little interview with Gucci Mane and T.I. I be like, bro, at your spot? Yeah, they was at the crib. Bro, why ain't I get no call, bro? Bro, when I asked you to come over, bro, you don't want to come over. Bro, I don't want to cut the grass, bro.
Bro, every time I
around Gucci Mane and T.I.
Bro, no, you can't. No, you can't have access to my lit life if you can't. If you don't want to be in my presence when I'm not lit. No, it don't work like that. No,
it's not friendship, nigga.
It don't work like that. Listen. If I invite you to my space when I'm just chilling and you don't want to do that, if I'm not good enough to hang out when I'm not at my high or if I'm at my lows, no, you can't hang out with me if I'm at my high. No.
Mowing the lawn is not a low. That's just
Bro, I asked this
all I'm
nigga.
gonna say is 4 days in a row. I'm gonna say that. I ain't gonna go into detail. Just know 4 days in a row. Just know that.
He talking about the garage, bro. It wasn't
the garage that you. Yes, it
that
was.
wasn't
bro.
4 days in a row.
Bro, I came over there, bro. The first day, you couldn't do anything because you had your daughter, and I sat there for 2 hours. The next day, we went to Home Depot and got the wood. That was crazy.
I was wondering how you was about to say that.
The third day, I came back and painted the boards and hung them up.
Okay.
And then
what did he do though? While you was doing that, what was he doing?
I worked.
He helped. He helped. So he helped me nail the piece of wood up, but he didn't help paint. He had to go upstairs. He had to leave to go get some food for his daughter. So I painted majority of the wood.
Okay, he used to work for me, so I know.
Listen, I'm saying, bro. So you saying when I work for you, I ain't never do no work? This is crazy. This is
calm down. Look at this.
So all I'm saying is, I've been over there without it being.
So all I'm saying is, every time I invite this nigga over, bro, I be like, yo, let's go get some food. Let's just kick out. Let's just hang out. Nigga always got 1,001 excuses why he can't do it.
It don't be 1,001 excuses, bro. One, I don't live close. Two, don't got wheels. Three, sometimes.
And I'm more than happy to come get you. So what?
But that's not always the case. That's not always the case. And then four, and then another thing, you be on some shit like, yeah, bro, we can hang out. You know what I mean? I got my daughter with me, but we can still hang out. No.
Bro, you just moving the goalposts. Because when I don't have my daughter, I'm inviting you out and you don't want to kick it.
The other day,
you're not a real friend.
The other day you did, and I got busy, bro. I said, hit me up when you get there. You was like, at 11:30 in the morning, noon, you said, I'm about to get ready to drop my daughter off. You called me around like 3 o'clock. By then, a nigga got busy. If you say to me at 11:30, you about to drop your daughter off, I'm thinking 12, 1 o'clock maybe. It was 3 o'clock now. Now I'm doing stuff. When you hit me up, I was sending an invoice, which to me is more important to go get some food.
Okay, cool. I know.
So every
Saturday,
time
he was like, bro. On Saturday, he was like, yo,
a nigga like me helped you set
on
that
Saturday,
shit up. Okay?
He was like, yo, we could kick it on Sunday. Advice. So I'm thinking that was the plan. He's like, yo, let's kick it on. He's like, let's kick it Sunday. I'm like, let's kick it on Saturday. I'm like, bet, cool. I'm thinking that's the plan. Just for you to be like, I got busy. They could be full of shit.
No, that's not. Let's
get to this podcast, man. What, Jay?
You're right. Niggas do be full of shit. This is the screenshot that we're using.
Oh, I know. It's all good.
It's okay. It's fine. Okay. Let's get to this podcast.
We still love you, bro.
Hey, I mean,
Jay, my nigga.
Yeah, exactly. Kobe Bryant's dad died at 69 years old.
I seen somebody in the comment say he's a never mind, go ahead.
Wait, he's a what? Say it now. What the hell?
Nah.
Bro, say it. What the hell? You already here.
That's kind of weird. You're gonna start and then just be like, nah, I ain't gonna do it. Why? All right, first of all, is it something bad?
Yeah, but say it. They said it in the comments, not you.
Yeah, but niggas just don't be.
Nah, I ain't here to be. Is it true or is it bad?
It just was a reference to the Kendrick Lamar song and this nigga's age.
Oh, okay.
What, they not like us?
That song, yes.
Like what? I don't get it.
Somebody said that he was a freaky ass nigga. He's a 69 guy because he died at 69. Yeah. That's why I started to say it, but I'm like, bro, I don't want to say it no more.
I don't want to say it.
I don't want to say it no more, man.
That's wow.
That's funny though, bro.
Niggas don't care about people no more, bro. People don't.
Bro, when does dark humor go too far, bro?
I don't know.
Never.
Yeah. Are you sure?
Yeah, all right, because it's some jokes out there that you be like, damn.
I get in trouble, bro. I get in trouble.
Bruh.
I get in trouble.
I feel like we seen a joke and we both said, all right, that's too far. I don't know exactly which one it was, but nah, some dark jokes get too dark. It's like, all right, bro. All right.
Yeah, nah. I remember it was at your house, Jay. I forgot what the joke was, but it was something dark, bro. It was funny as fuck though. But
yeah, man, rest in peace to what's his pop's name?
Kobe Bean.
No, I thought it said something else.
Hold up, I'll put it up.
Jow Bryant. Did it say how he passed away?
Nope. I didn't read the article.
69 is relatively still young.
Yeah, Yeah. Is it? Yeah.
Oh, man. What's the life expectancy for African American black man in today's world? Like 70 something?
It's about 70.
72.
So yeah, he's at the high end of things.
That's sad, man.
Yeah. Let's see. My granddad died at 93. My uncle just passed a couple months ago at 88. So like, you know,
got a good life. You got a good family tree.
Yeah.
Yeah. Niggas eat a lot of pork chops. You know what I'm saying? A lot of soda, a lot of.
Bro, I don't understand that, bro. I feel like, bro, back in the day, niggas did all type of crack, cocaine, like they did all type of like, heroin. No, bro, listen up. Listen. Niggas did all type of crack, cocaine, heroin, ate nothing but snacks and sodas, and they live forever. Nowadays, you can't eat nothing because you're gonna get cancer. It's like, god damn, like niggas smoke cigarettes by the pack back in the day. I know niggas, not personally, but like grown-ups that would smoke packs of cigarettes in the day and just lived until they was 80 something, 90. I'm like, damn, nowadays you can't smoke a fucking hookah without getting lung cancer. It's like shit.
Wow. I would definitely like to say that like what we in current day food manufacturing and even in tobacco manufacturing, they put so many chemicals and shit. Like I just seen a video of a dude talking about a frappe with the little fucking frappe from Dunkin' Donuts. It's got like damn near 4 cups of sugar and like one of them large joints. Like they put so much stuff in this stuff, man. And we drinking it and eating it. That's not how it used to be 40, 50, 60 years ago. You know, it was like you got steak. It wasn't steak with pesticides and colors and this and that and that. You know what I mean? Like when you got cigarettes, it was they took the plant, dried it, and rolled it up. It wasn't we gonna soak it in some chemicals to make it last longer, and then we gonna put this paper on and all this other stuff. Like like it was pure. So now we just getting processed, manufactured trash all day, every day, and that's the reason why out here like with man titties. You know what I mean?
It's ridiculous.
370 pounds.
Well, yeah, man. Rest in peace to Kobe Bryant's dad, man. What happened?
Yo, Nick, you bugging, bro. All right, let's get on to the next thing. This is wild, and I think Jay Hill can help us out with this because this is wild.
Last week, Thug's kids made a song. in that song, they diss Gunna.
He keep leaving state. And gonna get whacked, then leave that way. Now get one right here to the face. The gang gon' never gon' change.
Do you blame that on them just being naive?
I blame it on
I honestly don't care about their opinion. But shout out to those brothers for bringing this piece of content to light, and we wish y'all much success. I only brought this up because our famous rappers' children, and he got a lot of them, about 7 of them joints. I think about 8, my bad. And shout out to Gunna. I mean, not Gunna, Young Thug. Is this where we at now? Is this what it's about? Like, is this cool? Your kids doing a diss record while daddy in jail fighting for his life. Is this what we doing? Is this okay? Is this acceptable?
I mean, bro, what you want me to say, bro? I feel like if that's the life that they was taught coming up, then that's all they know.
All of them kids was born while he was a millionaire. None of them have seen the streets of the black and the get it up. Ain't none of them have to live poor. Ain't none of them miss a meal. All of them live in mansions. You can see the way they dressed, and then you see their background. They not in a bando. There's no mold in there. There's no rats running across the floor. Everything look brand new that they wearing. So what the fuck are we talking about? At what point do we expect more from our children whom which Young Thug has gone out there and did everything he had to do to make sure that they had a better life? You feel like he's proud that his kids is out here doing a diss record?
I mean, I don't know if he's proud or not, but again, I don't think the question was, is this what we like? Is this what we come to? Right? Yeah. Is this acceptable? And like, no, it might not be acceptable, but at the same time, bro, just because they they were born into Young Thug's rich lifestyle don't mean that he still didn't rap about that. That's why he's in prison, because they're trying to use his lyrics against him. So he still rapped about that, if it was true or not. So we can't just say because they wasn't born in poverty, then they can't rap about this. No, shit, we see so many people that was born in a lavish lifestyle but want to put on a facade to see if they was broke. For example, Hitmaker, right? Hitmaker had a conversation on the shit with the barbershop with the nigga, I forgot the nigga from New York, but whatever. And he was saying how he lived pretty good, right? And I think his family like was real estate. They lived in a big house, but he would always leave and go to the hood because that's just what he wanted. And then you see some people just want to make a life for themselves, make a name for themselves. So when you ask like, is it acceptable? No, it's not acceptable to me, right? I wouldn't want my child to do that, but also I'm not Young Thug. So like it's easy for me to judge what they doing by like, I don't know, bro. Like that's what these kids at the end of the day, they influenced by the internet too. So they probably see the internet and they probably see everybody calling this man a rat. So they're like, yo, you're a rat too. Like they have no idea what's going on.
All right, somebody in the comments said, excuse me, let me address the person. I am Droopy, okay, or Drew PY. I'm sorry, shout out to you. Can a person with no hands play tag football?
Why are you addressing that?
I have no idea what that has to do with the price of tea in China, but Nick, go ahead.
That was a crazy transition.
I mean, I don't understand what that. All right, whatever.
I mean, I feel like whenever it comes to parents and kids, you know, kids always want to be, you know, like their parents. You know what I mean? All of LeBron's kids play basketball. You know what I mean? Maybe that's just what they're trying to rap. And like Jay said, they seen everybody calling him a rat. That's why. And what was the lyrics? Gonna get whacked if he don't move to LA. Is that what I think they said or whatever?
Man, I don't even know.
I think that's what he said.
So you know what I mean.
It all comes back to just like two things. One, who listened to it and thought it'd be a good idea to put out, knowing that you know your father's in this situation. And two, I live out here in Atlanta, so I'm really not going to speak too much on the situation because, you know, I'm just going to leave it at that and just let it be. If those kids can do whatever they want to do, congrats to those kids with the record.
I definitely feel like that is not a posture that we should take as, I mean, well, that's the correct way to approach it, sir. But I notice I'm not disrespecting those children.
No.
The only thing I'm saying is this acceptable? Like, I'm like, at what point can we start demanding and expecting better from our children? To me, Young Thug's children represent our best chance at having a better future, meaning that they should be taught better habits and better ways to, you know what I'm saying, to deal with their emotions versus doing this. And like, I don't find it cool. I don't even find it funny. I definitely find it to be sad, bro. Like they need to have their dad around. They, you know, they miss their father and they're defending their father. I respect y'all for that. If I was young and ignorant, there might've been a possibility I might've did this if I had access to this type of technology at that age. But it would be incumbent upon my family members to stop me and go, bro, this is not an appropriate way to express how you feel. Like, yo, we got to find a different way. We got to find a different way for our children to move. And I didn't bring this clip up to bash them and to be like, yo, this is, you know,
but bro, we not about that, bro. We can talk about this shit. Yeah, that's damn. Yes. It's Young Thug's kids, and is it inappropriate? Yes, it is. Is it unacceptable? Yeah. Of course it is. But all I'm saying is, because I can talk about it, I don't give a goddamn. I'm just saying we don't know what's been the conversation that's being had behind closed doors. We don't know. I really don't know. So, and to hold expectations, to hold an adult standard, the expectation to a child is just crazy. So if it was Young Thug's kid, if it was fucking Michael Jordan kid or Barack Obama kid, it's still a kid, and that's what they do. Like you said, they have access to the internet, right? So kids make it hard for adults. That just is what it is. Like they just do dumb shit. Like that's what kids do, especially at that age. So it's like, yeah. But am I mad about it? Do I have anything to judge them about? No. Like because they probably just did it being kids. You feel me? Like I said, they probably was influenced by the internet. They influenced by the people around them. So yeah, they want to make a song about it. But what did the guy say? Because I'm curious to like, what is the reaction to it? Like it's just kids being kids and. Okay, like take that shit down. Is it still up? Was it what? How did we get here? Like, was it a screen recording? Is it still on the page? Like, it's so many things. It's so many layers to this conversation.
Yeah, they didn't get into that. I'm sorry, Nick, go ahead.
No, I was gonna ask Jay. So if Alani 13 years from now make a diss record about you, about how you was more into the doing podcasts than you was being in her life as a kid, what's your response back to that?
What they got to do with my answer? But to answer your question, I mean, my response is just like, bro, I mean, we can have that conversation, but we don't need to have that on the internet. That's not something that the outside need to understand our business. But if that's how you feel, let's talk about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you don't feel comfortable talking to me about it, let's understand that first. Like, let's break that down. Why do you feel the need to go to the internet to speak to this and not come to me? Right? Is it something that did I make you feel uncomfortable? Is it something that you tried to tell me before that I shut you out on? Like, that's the conversations that I'm having. But yeah, I'm not like, I mean,
and I'm gonna take it to one level up. You know what I'm saying? If you're trying to prove that you're not running an organized crime syndicate, it doesn't help when your children are acting like criminals. You know what I'm saying? So like, yo, kids, I don't need y'all going on the internet, you know, doing nah. And if I see you, nigga, I'm a cat. And it's like, that ain't helping, baby. You're like, you know what I'm saying? We're trying to not look like criminals. We don't want to look like criminals. So
does
like,
he know? Does he even know?
Who does Thug know that the kids did that? I don't know.
I'm pretty sure he knows now. Yeah, hell yeah.
He definitely knows now. But in the moment, you know, that's not cool. You know what I mean? It's like, yo, we got to start. Yo, I feel like children can handle more than when we put on them. I feel like when you start treating them like they don't have the ability to do shit, they're going to act like it. But if you start teaching them how to understand the world and how to navigate it, they can become very proficient at it. So I feel like, once again, it's all about how you approach those children and you have the conversation with those children. And I feel like this conversation should go beyond just them. Like, yo, if you're watching this and you got kids, what over the top crazy street shit are they doing that you could be shutting down? It may look cute in the moment when you with the homies and y'all on the front porch or whatever, but like, children take things farther than just that moment. You know what I'm saying? Children can start believing some shit that they really feeling in their head. So like, you know what I mean? They could be running around with a toy gun until they really feel like they need something real. So that's why I be like, yo, these are signs of things we should be worried about and we should be aggressively moving towards dealing with. Not saying that you should get rid of the guns, but you should definitely teach them how to properly use them. You should definitely teach them the pros and the cons of weapon dealing, or even dealing with weapons and emotion, all that type of stuff, man. Super important. Anyway, especially since we had a 20-year-old nigga a week ago try to shoot the fucking previous president on some emotional crazy shit. So, all right, let's move on to some tech news that's definitely important for us because we're in the podcasting space.
It's actually up for sale. It's struggling to sell it. And one of the thoughts that Colin and Samir had.
Now, the first reason I think it won't sell, or it may not be able to sell, is actually because of Sean Evans. Right. And because of how much people love Sean Evans.
Because if the host, Sean Evans, leaves, then it becomes it's worthless. That's what some people fear. There has to be a piece of content, an avenue of your creative business venture that you are introducing other people. So now it could be bigger than you.
All right, let me get more specific and detailed so that way we can have a very clear conversation. Hot Ones, the brand, was established around this gentleman named Sean Evans, who interviews celebrities while eating hot wings. All right, this brand has expanded itself to beyond just that one show. It also encompasses 4 different shows that include, the celebrity eating hot wings and having conversations or having versus battles, etc. All right, they are trying to sell the entire brand, which encompasses a line of hot sauces that generates $7 million a year. All of the YouTube videos, the ownership of the YouTube videos, ownership of the brand name, etc., etc. The price is going at $71 million. They're trying to sell the Hot Ones brand for $71 million. They have not been able to get anybody to buy this brand for $71 million. Now, the part where she's saying about Sean Evans leaving. Sean Evans is an employee of Hot Ones. He is not an owner. He has no equity stake within that brand. However, he is the biggest he is one of the bigger elements of that show, being that he's the host and has been the host for 11 years. So, gentlemen, I am coming to you to have a conversation. We are podcasters. We are creatives. We do content. First of all, I am super impressed that Hot Ones has grown to the face that is in, that you could demand such a number for it. I would honestly say that I feel like the number is too high. I feel like if they were to bring down the number to something a little bit more reasonable, maybe something in the 20s or 30s, I definitely feel like people would jump on it. I feel like the immediate solution to this is to give fucking Sean Evans some equity. So if you give him some part ownership in it, that guarantees he's not going to leave. You know what I mean? Because you can tie him up in paperwork. Hey, we'll be willing to give you some equity, and in exchange, you stay on for whatever time period in transition after the IP is sold. Lastly, it's beautiful to see something that was not television based. It was not created on television. It was created on YouTube, could generate a value such as this. These are my opinions. Gentlemen, I would love to hear Jay first, and then I would definitely love to pivot to Nick afterwards.
I mean, I think you opened up with the answer. I don't think it's Sean Evans. It's $71 million. Like, it's that simple. Like, bro, first of all, when we talk about value, it gets mixed up because how you value yourself may not be where other people value you as, right? So value is really in the eyes of the beholder, or is it, right? Because it's really about the market. What the market sets the value. So when we're talking about we're trying to sell this, or we're saying that I think you said I'm very happy to see that this brand grew itself to be able to want to sell its company for $71 million. No, maybe they just overconfident. Like that doesn't mean I could just jump up there and say, hey, I'm selling J Hill Network for $100 million. That don't mean I'm gonna get it. Like, what does that mean? Anybody could just start something today and say I want to sell it for. That's an offer price. So if nobody is biting, then clearly it's not worth $71 million. One, that's just in my opinion. And again, I might be a little ignorant on this topic because I just seen it. And shout out to Nikki. I love her, man. She does great tech content. Like, she's a beast in this space. But yeah, when it comes to like them being worth $71 million, well, they're not, because they're not selling it. If they were worth $71 million, people would jump at it, right? So maybe if you're worth 71, give me a deal. Let's go to 50. Let's see how it works. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then you can see. But I don't know. And then I'm not too excited about it. This ain't nothing. We seen this, and they're white. I'm sorry. Like, I don't. What? Like, this ain't.
This nigga is funny as hell.
I'm sorry, but like I'm saying, we've seen $1 million worth of game get $100 million. Like, right? We seen that. We've seen Cam and Mace. So when like it being a Hot Ones, I'm trying to sell. I don't understand the why this is a big deal, right? Like, even okay, if we go down to people not wanting to buy it because of the host. Well, I understand that. When we look at other companies, like when we look at $1 million worth of game, they have a whole network now. So I'm assuming that when Barstool give these guys the money, they were like, yo, we need X amount of views. I don't know, man. I don't want to watch, but they might say we need X amount of views. You might can't get X amount of views from one show. So how do you do that? You put in more work. Okay, so we're gonna do sports with Wallow. We might do something with sports with Gilly, right? We might do adventures with both of them, like, so we can have more videos to generate more views. Why? So we can have more ads. That's how it works. And if I'm selling you something without the host, then nobody's watching it because they're only watching it because of the host. What I will say, not to get long-winded, we have to understand this as creators. Damn, maybe I'm really passionate about this. I didn't think I was gonna go this deep into it, but we have to understand this as creators and be a little patient. It's simple as that. When you start to build your own thing, then you can sell it yourself, with yourself on that, and then create something else. It's that, like, all this content shit is just like real estate. It's just like business. And I'm mad that I just got here. I just started to learn this within the last couple years. But guess what, guys? Stop being in love with the things that you create. Why? Because they love us.
YouTube, or I'm tripping?
Huh? You said what? You said what?
Yeah, cut off for a second. Maybe that was just on my end.
Yeah, it was on your end. I can hear him perfectly.
We gotta stop. Like, we have these creations and it becomes our baby. Fuck that. Even your baby has to become 18 and become adult, and they go off in the world by themselves. We have to create things with the mindset of wanting to sell it for money. Like, we create things and we don't want to let it go. Like, one thing I love, the fact when QC, they sold like partial of their company, or they sold their company to some white guy, but guess what? They still needed Q and the other guy. That's why people didn't understand it. But yes, we want QC. If you give me QC without y'all two, it ain't QC anymore. So I just wasted my money.
That's not true.
Why isn't it?
Because the company has its value based on the assets that are within it. So let's just say, for instance, if we sold Hot Ones for the $75 million, I still have a catalog of videos that are still generating millions and millions of views. So you still have that. You still have the hot sauce brand that generates $7 million a year. That could be expanded on. So now you can bring in celebrities to create their own hot sauces. There's infinite amounts of things that can happen. Plus, there are other shows that are underneath of the umbrella. So there are technically 4 shows, and there was a television show that did a season and got canceled. So there are multiple IPs under this one thing that have all already established catalogs of content that are all generating income in their own ways. Go ahead.
Now I feel like when companies do this, and like, again, you can correct me if I'm wrong. I feel like when companies sell, or when I'm looking to acquire a company, they have deals where I still need you for X amount of years because of that. So I can get. It's not just a backlog. Yeah, we can have the backlog. That's cool, but I want some equity on some future investment as well.
Right. And just think about it from like this. If you're stepping in, so Jay, you take $1 million, you invest in a business that's already established. Well, first of all, the person that put the blood, sweat, and tears and knows the nooks and crannies of that business is the one that's selling it to you. Having them there helps to transition. Hey, stay on for 2 years. Show me the nooks and crannies of what's working and what's not working. Show me what made you passionate about it so that I can now bring in a staff that can become passionate the way you are, that can understand the nooks and crannies the way you do, and then now they can maintain the business, and now they can kind of pick your brain and figure out how you kind of what was important to you, so that we can mimic the growth over the next whatever amount of years based off of the knowledge that we obtained from having you around. Then you can leave off and there's no problem at all. But it's always great to have the originator, the person that was there, the progenitor, to help you understand the business as you walk in and take ownership of it. Nobody should be. That's just like buying a car blind, which is a big problem a lot of times. When you buy a used car, they'll tell you it's all good until you drop that bitch off the lot and the tire flat and there's a problem with the engine here. But imagine if the owner was with you and you had access to that person for 6 months. So tell me what the logs was. Well, how many times you get the oil changed? Well, it's kind of pulling to the right. Well, what seemed to be the problem? Did you hit something? Did something happen? And that person being honest with you about it, that makes a big difference. So just a perspective.
And you know what else that I love about this that I think so many creatives overlook, and that's the fact that it's a product behind it. This isn't just content for your enjoyment, right? So and when it comes to this podcasting thing, again, something that I just learned along the way is podcasting is cool, right? But it's no money in podcasting itself. This is the catalyst for something else. So if you have a business and you talk about your business on a podcast, your podcast go viral, people know you for your business, but guess what? Now they go to your business to purchase, make a purchase, to spend money. Right. That's right. So when they got this, we're looking at, they answering questions, they eating the hot wings, and is how much tolerance can they have? No, they're making money off of this hot sauce. That's the key right there. So if you don't have a product behind your business, what do you do? Like it's super important to have some type of merchandise, some type of product. Like if you're talking about something, like I see Nick is just getting into talking about analytics. Why? Because that's what he's intrigued by. Now he can build a business on that. He can do consulting classes on that. Like, let me show you how to go through your analytics. Because if I come to your page after something goes viral, where do I go? Is it just more content? Okay, cool. But now you got my interest. Give me some more to be interested in. Get this, like this funnel thing we always hear with entrepreneurs. Lure me in to spend some money because I want to spend money now. I want to support you, right? But if you don't have nothing for me to support, then I can't. So I love the fact that like when I'm watching this and I'm like, man, this is the blueprint right here for us. This is the blueprint. We don't even see it.
Yeah, the two key things is creating community and creating culture. Those are the two main things a podcast do. You create the community, you bring people around you, people that either hate what you talk about, love what you talk about, and they come back on a regular basis to discourse about that. And then also culture, meaning that, we create cool in our own little way, like whatever, the way we work, the way we dress, how we hang out, the way we interact, our slang, and then people tap in and they attach themselves to that. And then you can create products and services and businesses around those two elements. From that point, I'm shutting up. Nick, it's on you.
Just two things. From a content creator standpoint, I feel like sometimes what happens is other people fuck up the market. Like I see a lot of people who like advertise that they're doing promo, for example. And I might be like, yo, you want to get a promo video from me, it's going to cost you, let's say, $1,000. And I got 500,000 followers. But I'll see somebody with 1 million followers posting, I'm doing promo videos for 500. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, damn, like I can't compete. You know what I mean? Right. Like, yo. And then it also comes down to like, yo, I might tell somebody my price. They might be like, yo, my budget is 500. And just depending on what day of the week it is and what my pocket's looking like, I might be like, yo, I'm with it. You know what I mean? That's one. Two, in the movie Acrimony, the nigga went with the battery idea. They tried to offer that nigga like 800,000. He was like, nope. Nah, I'm cool. Waited. Then he ended up getting a check for 75 million. So sometimes if you know your value, you got to just wait it out. And then eventually somebody might go ahead and, cash in on it. So,
but I think even like that, right? It's so many ways around it. That's a great point, Nick. Let's start with the first point, right? People messing up the market. They're not really messing up the market. That's if you want that promo for $500, get your $500 promo. It's okay. It's kind of like how it was for hosting with me. And it's hard to do that sometimes, but understanding that you gotta, it's a thin line between knowing your value and living in it, but then also like making your money, right? And when I was a host, I'll never forget. Promoters used to always come to me and be like, it was like a big time host in Baltimore. And they were like, yo, what's the name only taking 100 and 150? And I'm like, okay, cool. Go. What's the name? You feel me? Because like at this point, the $150 isn't worth my time. It's not. Now, if I'm enjoying myself, right? If it's a nice vibe, I got my table or some friends or whatever. Okay, the $150 is worth more because now I'm enjoying myself. But if I gotta be in an environment and smoking, I'm losing my voice. Bro, pay. I'm not trying to, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm not going to lowball myself to undercut him. No, take it. Okay, cool. So it's all about weighing the options, one. But two, also having different packages. I feel like one thing that I had to learn was having different packages. So, okay, if you can't afford 1,000, I'm going to take your budget at where I'm going to meet you where you are. But understand you can't get this because that's $1,000 promo. We still can do something for 500, but it won't be this. So let's negotiate it. Let's make it so because we ain't never going to leave no money on the table. But at the same time, you got to understand that, okay, this song takes this amount of time to write, this so much time to film, this so much time to edit. And then I have this so much people that's going to be in front of. Okay, so you have my audience, so that's worth X amount of number. But we can't put time shooting writing in as well. So yeah, let's do 500, right? You get the audience, but maybe I just do a selfie promo where I'm talking about your business. You know, it's other ways. I'm just saying, like, not to get long winded. It's other ways to get the dollar and get the money without selling yourself short, if that makes sense. And I think this is things that we got to learn as creatives. And also, again, I'm talking to myself as well, but understanding the business, right? Like when you go into a website, it ain't just one price. It's multiple prices with different options. And think about it. In everything we do, it's always an upgrade. It's always an upgrade. It's like, God damn, I got this subscription for $29.99. They said, well, if you spend $50, then you get unlimited everything. And then if you spend $1,000, if you pay for it for the year, then we give you $2 off. It's like, God damn, shit. But that's how we gotta model our business, because that's what it is. Our creativity as a business. Okay, cool. So at this price point, you can get this. At this price point, you can get this. If you pay for it up front, you can get a discount. But my bad, Jay, go ahead.
No, I'm not. I wasn't trying to cut you off. The only thing I wanted to add to the conversation is, like, sometimes, and I understand Nick understands this, but I'm saying it's more for the public, is that Nick's audience might be stronger and more supportive of Nick than the person with the million. So like it might be a girl, she hot with a big booty and she got 1 million followers. Them niggas are not supporters. Them niggas are voyeurs. Niggas is just there to look at them cheeks. And she could be talking about, yeah, get you a juicy cup. Ain't nobody buying no fucking juicy cups. You know what I'm saying? It might be 100 niggas out of 1 million. But niggas really fuck with Nick. They be on him. Anything they like, Nick know that anytime he put a hat on, niggas is going out to buy that hat. Now you know niggas taking pictures trying to be Nick. Like they know the day anything that Nick do, they fucking with. So Nick's value inevitably becomes higher because the moment he even shows the picture in the background, niggas is buying. You know what I mean? But and then if he say something, it's gonna be even worse. Like, oh shit, you getting 1,000 orders for this 500,000 followers. That's a complete freaking difference. And that's the reason sometimes you gotta hold to your value. Go ahead.
Yo, and this is gonna hurt. It hurt my feelings. We gotta stop saturating ourselves, stop watering ourselves down. Because think about it like this: if we stuck to 1 or 2 things, right, that we promoted, people will really trust us in that instead of promoting everything. So when people come to us, we could charge more, even with even if you got a smaller following one, because it's niche and people trust you and they will buy from you. And when people advertise, they want money back. They want to see ROI, right? They have return on their investment. So think about it: if I'm promoting everything, people just see it as, oh, he's just doing promo. Oh, that's cool. But if I'm promoting one specific thing, maybe once a year or not once every 3 months, something like that, right? Oh, that shit actually works, right? But now you could charge more because now we're building a trust with an audience for them to actually see. Right. If it's a facial thing, I don't know if it's some hair care, bro. No, it ain't just the one thing. I have to actually use this. Let my people see results so they can can want to buy. Let's make this a relationship. But again, I feel like creatives don't understand that, but also the businesses don't understand that either. They just want it fast. They want it fast. Right, but it's okay, cool. So look, I can do a commercial for you, but guess what? The commercial is for you. It airs on your website or wherever I'll do the commercial as entertainment or as content, but I don't have to post that. It's so many ways. But again, we're in this creative space, we're trying to make money to pay bills. It's a lot. So we don't have the leverage. Or we don't have the leverage all the time to say no, or we don't have the leverage all the time to be like to negotiate how we want to, because again, it's to the business owner and we're trying to make a couple dollars. But I think that's a big part of it. All in, I feel like wrapping it all in together, that's about creating culture. Like, so like if niggas get to know me, they know that I drink a lot of cognac, I drink a lot of whiskey. They know that, like, when I start talking about it, man, my comments be going crazy because whiskey drinkers follow me. We have conversations about that. So if I see something or if I'm promoting something, I'm like, yo, I really drink it, and people, they're gonna be like, they know he telling the truth, nigga. That's what he drink. If he drinking that shit, he know. Like, same thing with sunglasses. People see me wear sunglasses all the time. They see me wear jewelry all the time. These are the things. This is a part of who I am. So like, people that really find to fuck with me, if I say, man, I'm really fucking with these glasses, and they keep seeing me wearing them over and over again, niggas can trust that there's some quality in it. You know what I'm saying? But if you don't do that, like, people got to see it. You know what I mean? Same thing with you and running and your health kick right now. People see you go through your transformation and go, damn, it must be really something to this nigga. He done, not saying that you was big, because you wasn't, but to see you go from like your body snatched before to like, you stop, yo. He was not. Stop playing.
In comparison, he definitely was.
Yeah, this nigga straight cut up now. Like, it was crazy to see you and fucking, or what you call it, sitting next to each other doing an interview, because both of y'all work out. But yeah, yo, like, yo, the whole lifestyle thing. You and Ace Hood, y'all look so similar in that moment. Like, damn, both of these niggas work out like crazy. It would have been fire if both of y'all went to the gym and did like a workout challenge or some shit like that, just to see who would.
It's funny because we actually went to the gym the next day, but we ain't recording none. We went to the gym the next day.
Bugging. Nick, who's missing out on prime opportunities like this nigga here? Fucking goddamn it.
But you gotta understand, bro.
Relationship
building, I wish. Sometimes I wish, like, and I know Nick, you probably can contest to this. I feel like I be wanting my friends to understand the life that I'm in, but it's hard because they not in the shoes that I wear. If that makes sense. So it's easy for you to be like, man, you missing out on an opportunity. You could create content at the gym, and it's like, bro, not everybody wants to even feel that way. Like, if like, sometimes people just want to build with you. You know what I'm saying? Imagine I come to the. No, I know you understand, but I'm saying, like, I know it'd be other people that look at it like, bro, like, you tripping. You should. Like, bro, sometimes people appreciate just being a real person, like you being in their presence, not having a phone, not wanting to capitalize off of their success. You get what I'm saying? Like that, and that be frustrating because sometimes people think like, bro, yo, you talk to Meek in a DM, bro. You should get the interview. It's like, bro, like I'm not. How would a nigga feel? You want to every time you talk to him, like, yo, let me do this. Do this for me. Do this. It's like, yo, god damn, like, Bill. People want to feel that you a real person. Like,
yeah, build the relationship first. And it's funny because the only people that ever want to be on camera is like my family. Everybody, don't nobody else want to be on camera. I mean, and I don't even be pressing it. I don't give a fuck. Like if I'm chilling with my famous friends or people I know, or I don't talk about or say half the shit. Most of the cool shit I do don't be on camera.
And that's another thing that I don't like, bro. I hate when my close friends want to insert themselves in my business, and it's like, bro, don't make me say no. Niggas be like, yo, put me on a podcast. It's like, bro, that don't. Why?
Yeah.
Like, I know niggas be like, yo, let's do a video together. Bro, you've never done a video in your life, ever. Yeah. Now all of a sudden you want, like, bro, now you want to be on a podcast. And now I got to be the mean one, be like, no, you're like, damn, I ain't good enough. You're not good enough. God damn. Like, why you want to make me say that? Shit.
Because they think you the conduit to them getting a bag. Oh, shit, if I get on with Jay, niggas know I'm going to be lit. And then boom, boom, bam, I'm famous. And you be like, nigga, that's not how this shit works.
That's not how it works, bro. It's like, and then, like, God, it's like, now to make the friendship weird, because now, I don't know, it's like, bro, I don't want to say this shit. I don't want to have to say no. But,
right.
Whatever.
No, you're right. Shout out to Raymond. That's funny. That's a funny name there, buddy. And sometimes it's about real moments more than recording. Lil Mills with 2 Z's.
How about we just read the comment? We don't need to read the name. This shit
I think this is fool. I be like to shout niggas out. I appreciate y'all commenting, bro. Y'all, even though y'all think I'm not reading, I'm always reading. Just a lot of times y'all be saying dumb shit that don't mean nothing.
So anyway, shout out to Raymond. What a dumb fucking name. That's a dumb fucking name.
I was about to
your parents.
Like,
yo.
I looked at it. The first thing I'm like, what the? I'm not even like.
All right, let's jump on
the difference between a professional and an amateur in any arena.
Time, attention, skill.
I submit to you that the difference between a professional and an amateur is an amateur spends 4 to 10 times more time performing than they do preparing, but a professional spends 4 to 10 times more time preparing than they do performing. There are a lot of amateur athletes out there that like to play basketball on the weekend, or like to play golf on the weekend, or like to play softball or whatever, and they'll work out every now and then so they don't injure themselves, and they might stretch for 15 minutes. But you take somebody who's at the top of the game in their game, who's one of the best in the world, they'll spend 8 to 12 hours a day just preparing. People spend 4 hours to watch a football game. People in the game may spend 27 minutes in that game, but they will spend tens of hours getting their body and their mind ready for that game. What oftentimes we desire to do as people is we desire to prepare like an amateur and perform like a pro and then get paid like we're the best in the world.
What? You gonna prepare like an amateur and play like a pro. Now, it's easy to say that you're really great at one thing because you might have spent 1 million hours on it. It's great. You can turn the camera on and run your mouth for 6 hours. Or you the girl or the guy that like to sit around your homies and run your mouth, and then you feel like you could turn the camera on and do what the fuck we do. But nah, nigga, there's 10,000 hours of you running your mouth and then 10,000 hours of being a personality. There's 10,000 hours of learning how to find the right conversations. 10,000 hours of learning how to have conversations with other people. It's 10,000 hours of learning how to cultivate, write articles, find the right cameras, get the right backgrounds, learning how to do the business, learning how to do sales, learn how to build your YouTube channel, learn how to do titles, learn how to do thumbnails, learn how to do descriptions. I feel like what the thing I do not want you motherfuckers, and that includes these 2 guys here that are watching. Hey, yo, don't take away from what this guy said to just be like, dribbling a basketball 10,000 hours and being prepared before you get on the court is what's going to make you successful. There's a lot of things that we have to learn in the process, even down to reading, even down to watching the news, even down to learning how to invest your money, even down to this, that, and the third. And I've been saying this every week, and I'm going to keep saying it, is that, bro, we need to be more well-rounded as men and as women so that we can be well-rounded in every part of our life, whether it be parenting, being a brother, a sister, a child, a parent, all this shit. So like, and prep means learning. Prep means taking education, taking classes with reputable people, having mentorship. Come on, all of these things. And from this point, I'm gonna shut my mouth and I will let my esteemed cast jump in and say and talk greatness.
Nah, you 100% right. I mean, shit, bro. You might see. I mean, again, I know Nick understands this, bro. It probably take Nick a few hours just for you to see a fucking 1 minute video. Like, just for you to see 1 minute video, you laughing and shit, or even let's go deeper than that. My man probably do. How long your shows be like 40 minutes, like for a closing show? Yeah.
Oh, from closing? Yeah. I'm like 45.
45 minutes. That nigga probably take a week or 2 weeks to formulate the thoughts just to put on paper, just for it to be in your hands to laugh or not. Right? And it's funny because just think about myself. I know, like, we talk about this, Jay, and like people make fun of me not really being a fan of too much because I don't have time. I feel envious of like you. Sometimes we be talking about all these TV shows and shit. I'm like, what the, like, how do you like, you prioritize time to go to the movies or like just kick it and have you time? I'm like, bro, every day I'm literally like, what they say, put something towards your dreams today. I ain't got a choice. Every single day I'm either watching YouTube on how to make my setup better or how to formulate questions, or I'm always keen in on this. And yeah, I'm learning multiple things within a career, but I'm really learning, okay, how to set up a business so people can go through my site after they see a video. Like, it's so much surrounded by this. I don't have time to watch a hour TV show or 3 different TV shows. Like, I don't got time for that. But it's like, what is it worth for you? We seeing Eric Thomas said, if you want to succeed bad as you want to breathe, then you'll be successful, right? What is it worth to you? Everybody, you're not successful because you go outside every damn day. You're having too much fun. You spend more time with the liquor and the bitches and you turning up than you spend on your craft. But then you wonder, you go to the house like, damn, man, all this time passed me by. What has happened? You has happened. That's what happened. Nigga. It was you. Look in the mirror. So I don't know how I got that, but yeah, I just feel like, I don't know, man. Like, niggas don't be focused.
Yeah, I feel you. Like, I definitely, I would have to tell people that I feel like the great black murderer is what he just said right there, is that you should spend your whole life working until you fucking dead. And, you gotta, I get it. That is a great thing to do, but I'm in a different life space than he's at. I'm in my 40s. So like, I spent my 20s, my teens, 20s, and 30s doing all of that, like not having no social life. And it's either it was a day job, then it was live radio and this and that, and all of my life and my money and everything went into that. And then guess what? When I hit my 40s, I had nothing, zero, no money in the bank, no savings, no house, I'm like, I hadn't seen no niggas in concert. You know what I mean? Like, it was so much shit I hadn't done. And it was like, in my 40s, I was like, I prioritized myself to say, I'm still going to get my grind on, but I'm going to make sure I make time for me to enjoy my life and to make sure I am engaging. And it's a small window. I might give myself 3 hours a night to watch some TV late at night, but it's after I got all my work done. It's about learning how to schedule. That means I got to get up in the morning. I got to make sure that the house is clean. I got to make sure I cook. I got to make sure I meal prep this afternoon so I could be ready for I got to make sure, and that's a schedule. And no, it's not cool. I'm sorry. I know everything in life's supposed to be cool and y'all supposed to do everything a cool way, but my life is on a fucking schedule so that everything can happen the way it's supposed to happen. My 10,000 hours are done. My social life is there. I can get my dick sucked a couple times a week. You know what I'm saying? And enjoy some TV and some movies. And then like, also making sure that the important things like spending time with friends and family, sometimes I mix that in with the stuff that I want to do. So I'm gonna take my goddaughter out for her birthday, but we're gonna go to a movie. See? Then I take it to dinner afterwards. Like, there's ways where things can happen if you take your time and you schedule it. You're not going to become successful randomly getting up every day and you have no organization about you. You 100%. Just, whatever the first thing that comes to your mind, that's what you're doing. You're never going to get there. And guess what? All of that disorganization gets passed down to your children, to your other family members, the people around you that look up to you. So when you running around with no organization and confusion and bullshit, guess what? Everybody around you going to be the same way. Because at some point, somebody's got to be the nucleus of a social circle. Somebody's got to be the alpha, and everybody follows the alpha. So if you're a fuck shit, and you the alpha of your group, if you're a fucktard, the whole crew is a bunch of fucktards. If all y'all do is smoke weed and you the nigga, guess what? They all going to do smoke weed. So once again, in leadership, in business, in social circles, the leader sets the tone for everybody around them. If you want to be more effective, if you want to have a great business, guess what? When you talk shitty to your employees, guess what everybody gonna do? They're gonna talk shitty to each other. if all of y'all doing is being petty to each other, you gonna have a petty business. Ain't nothing but niggas being petty to niggas all day long. If y'all are, if you don't never research nothing and you running by the seat of your pants, guess what? All of your employees are gonna do? They're gonna run by the seat of their pants. 100%. So like, it's all about. We have to stop using the word I can't do this because that's just not the way I do it. No, that just means you're refusing to find a better way to do things because it's not convenient for you.
Agreed.
Success is not convenience and success is not comfortable. Me eating salads 5 days a week ain't comfortable or convenient. It sucks. But guess what? I feel so much better after eating salads 5 days a week.
Yo, Jay, I should have been said this, but your camera look off, bro. It look like,
let me see something.
It looks super pixelated or something.
Oh, all right. Oh, that's probably because of your internet connection. Because I look beautiful right here. But anyway,
Nick, you see it?
Yeah, it looked like it's like a yellowish.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I had to check on it in a few, but freaky tart. But you know, the greater point outside of just saying crazy disrespectful stuff is set the tone, bro. And like, and I wanted that conversation to happen. And I'm so happy Nick was like, yo, this is dope. Is that everybody saying they professionals, everybody say they entrepreneurs, but couldn't tell me if I asked you what the plan was for 2023, they ain't got no plan. How much money have you generated? They ain't got no idea. And then most of the time they be saying they're entrepreneur and they talking about something they potentially gonna do. You know what I mean? Like, and they only want to count numbers that's big numbers. Nigga, if you was making $100 a month in your business, that's still profit. The question is, what are you doing with the 100? And how is that? How are you working on turning that 100 into 200? How the 200 can turn into 300? And what are your habits? How are you learning how to be a great boss on top of being a great worker? Everybody want to be a boss, but be shitbag. You can't handle a relationship. You can't handle your family. You beefing with everybody around you, and you talking about you a boss. Bosses bring harmony into a situation. Organization, bruh. Bosses bring harmony, organization, love. Yo, let me tell you something. Anytime I get an inkling of somebody in my crew that's got a problem, something going on, I'm reaching out. Yo, bro, are you all right? How can I help you? It's not always about, yo, you gonna do this for me? Did you do that for me? Yo, bro, how can I help? How can I be here for you? And then I'm always looking at ways how I can make my business help them with their thing. All right, you want to do your own live stream? Cool. Like, why don't you throw a commercial on a pod? So while we doing this, you can promote your shit. Because I want everybody to be happy. I want people to be excited. I want people to be like, yeah, come on, yo, let's get this VVC shit popping. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like retreats. I do a whole lot of shit for my staff. Sometimes I send them shit. I make them t-shirts. I send them stuff. I might say I birthday cards. I might toss them a couple dollars. It hurts the shit out of me because I ain't got it like that. But happy people are cooperative people. Happy people go over and above. Happy people are going to be prepared. Happy people are going to protect you. Happy people are going to be there for you. They're going to remember. So when you're going through a bad time, they're not about to be jumping out the door. They're going to double down.
Facts.
They're going to get down in the mud with you. Like, but it's all about what, you know what I'm saying? Clear expectations for them, learning how to hold people accountable in a non-aggressive and violent way. And also being supportive of them. You know what I'm saying? So they can grow and be a better version of themselves. So let me shut up because I'm running my mouth too long. Gentleman, Nick, you ain't said nothing. Go ahead, jump in.
What else is on the docket?
Well, hold on. I just wanted to also say in regards. Nah, man, don't give me the whole. I don't want the.
Whole thing, bro. Go ahead, yo. Make a clip.
Nah. I don't want the whole thing. Just a little bit. Like even back to Jay's point. He was talking about as far as just like we was talking about like preparation and shit like that. I remember when I had a show in Baltimore. I hit up Jay. Like, hey Jay, hey, what's some of the food spots? What's some of the neighborhoods that I need to like stay away from? And even when I was with you, the JS1, all the spots we going to, I'm in my head also just like looking like, okay, I know this area. You telling me about certain spots, this, that, and the third, like just so that way when I'm on stage, for 20, 30 minutes. I can now relate to these motherfuckers. And now these motherfuckers like, oh, this nigga know a little bit of something about the city. Okay, cool. This, that, and the third. Jay, I know you probably also know Jay. Going into a situation unprepared, you can tell the difference between being prepared and being unprepared. I gotta interview somebody. I ain't do no research. I ain't do shit. And now I gotta kind of wing it. It might come off like you know what you're doing, but you and yourself and your spirit know that you just did some bullshit and it wasn't worth the motherfucker.
But Nick, you know what's worse?
What?
Is when they know that you are prepared.
Yeah.
And they be like, fuck.
Like you blew a moment. Like it don't take that long. If I gotta go host a school, I'm looking up the mascot. I'm searching to see what's been happening on campus. I'm looking to see what organizations they got. I'm looking and it's nothing but just a quick Google search, hop on TikTok, search the school, whatever the case is. That shit don't take that long, bro. And you was talking about Jay, how like you feel like every day you got to do something that like kind of goes back into like what you do as an entrepreneur, whether it's like learning how to do your setup and shit like that. I fuck with that because that also goes into preparation, but also, nigga, that should be fun. It'd be fun preparing and learning about shit and just knowing like, oh damn, I can do this. Now I can't wait to drop this video because I done learned a new technique on how to edit and how to do this. Like that shit cool. So if you don't really like doing that shit, then I don't think you should be doing what you do.
But like somebody like Jay Hill though, and I'm a ping you on air because I just want you to really take this to your heart. Is that your journey is about becoming a great leader. So like. So you learn how to make great sets. You need to start toning down on that. Great. You watch videos all day about that shit. That shit need to be put to the side for right now. You need to be researching great leaders of history and current times. You need to be watching interviews with CEOs. You need to be watching videos about leadership. You need to start looking at yourself in the mirror and going, how can I become greater? What do I need to turn down and what do I need to turn up to be a great leader? You already walk into most situations with great energy. You already, when you come in, you always be high energy. You always are positive. Great. Those things you've already done. But there are so many more things that you need to be tweaking and working with. And even talking to people that work with you currently and people that used to work with you and start hit old school people up and be like, yo, as a leader, like, let people be honest with you. What was the worst thing I did? And don't take defense. Like if they say something wild, just let them say what they say, and you take it in. And you'll be surprised because as much as people will have criticisms of you, people will end up saying some really beautiful things that you never even thought about. I've had conversations with people in the past and I'll be cringing myself and I'll be like, all right, or I'll make a joke out of it. Like, yeah, all right, tell me how much I suck. Like, you know what I mean? And people are like, nah, nigga, you was a big headed, you talk too much, you loud, you ignorant, but you was this, you was that, you was that. And y'all be like, damn. And they be like, yo, I feel like if you had did this better, man, it would have been, this could have happened better or that would have been better. Like when you start reviewing yourself and understanding how you need to be more intentional about when you step into a room or when you step into situations, and we're not talking about on camera, we're just talking about in business with your small group of people, how you can be the most effective, the most compassionate, the most helpful, the most inspirational, because a lot of times leadership is about inspiring people. So like when you're walking in a room, your habits could be inspiring, but your everyday conversation could be devastating. So somebody could walk into a similar situation, they could love the shit out of you, but your tendency to say things in certain ways could be hurtful to them. You know what I'm saying? Because they, people, and you got to understand, people that love you the most are the most sensitive to your words. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
If they love you, anything you say could be devastatingly hurtful. So somebody that could be ready to die for you, man, if you don't know how to communicate to them effectively and you can say something off color, man, that person could be like, I ain't fucking with that nigga, man. Like, and you know what I mean? And that'd be the ones that, you can create, the person that love you the most will be your biggest enemy.
Yeah. It's a thin line between love and hate, boy.
Yeah, man. And that's say, it's so important to be super intentional with how you handle everybody. You know what I mean? Your loved ones, people that you don't know and that don't know you, fuck them. I feel like that's the problem. And it'd be like the more popular we become, we start worrying more about the people that we don't know versus the people we do. And it needs to be the complete opposite. The bigger you become, the outside world, fuck them in a perspective. But the people that are down for you, that are protecting you, that are loving you and supporting you, you need to be making sure that whatever issues that they are coming up with, you should be intentional about telling them, you need to seek therapy, or let's go together, bro. These some things you need to be looking at. Let us all grow together, and let me do my job to make sure I'm being the best version of myself and being accountable and being vocal. And, and that means that sometimes you need to go to trainings. You need to find business mentors and shit like that. So and I'm saying that to him, but I'm also saying that to y'all out there. Cause a lot of us are now as young Black people stepping into mentorship, or we're stepping into business and we're hiring people, but we're not thinking about when we was kids, we used to talk crazy to our little cousins or our brothers and sisters. And then in turn, we think that's the way we can talk to the people that we employ. Or we think that because we paying you, I can say whatever I want to. I'm giving you money. Like, nah, nigga. Niggas stay around for some bread, but the moment something else better come along, niggas will be gone. And that's not what you want. You want niggas that's gonna stay down regardless of the money. You know what I'm saying? So let's be super mindful about that, man. That's definitely a transitioning from being an amateur to being a professional, man. And take this level of your business just as important as you would take it if you was Jeff Bezos. For real. Because this is still a business. You know what I mean? So that's what that is. Cardi B versus Jow Budden.
Also never got a lap dance from this lady. Bro, I gave you a lap dance 2 times and fucking started. You was high as fuck. As fuck on coke, nigga. Smell that coke through your breath.
I can smell that coke through your breath.
I know coke smell.
Second of all,
you ain't know coke had a smell?
And actually, that's not even nothing to brag about. Second of all, you're like, I will never talk about this and that. I don't give a fuck when people talk about me. It's just the fact that you always talk shit about me, Jow Budden. You always talk shit about me. Out of nowhere. You would think I did something to this nigga out of nowhere. For the past 2 years, this nigga have only talked bad things about me. Things about me constantly.
Not true.
Why? Because you got an interview? And the fact about it is that you don't even have to do that. Because I know for a fact bitches is not telling you to do that. You just do that to pander.
All right, so that's the first clip, and I would definitely say that Cardi has been the subject of conversation on the Jow Budden podcast for the last year because she has promised an album, and Joe has been on that ass about him not believing that there's an album coming. She has promised an album in December. It was supposed to drop in the first quarter. It didn't. They said it's going to drop during the summertime. They dropped singles. There was a gear up. There was a whole situation. And then all of a sudden she says, for my mental health, I don't want to drop an album this year. Hey guys, y'all not getting us. She said this to her audience. Joe goes on air and says, I told y'all niggas she wasn't dropping no album and that there's no album coming in the future. He said that there will never be another Cardi B album ever. That was said out of jest, but there was a tone of seriousness to it, but it was also said as a joke, just to say that, hey, he's really trying to goad her into saying, fuck it, let's go time. Let's put the album out. She took offense to these statements and said that, yo, you taking shots at me, you hating on me. From my perspective, he's not hating. From my perspective, he's being a podcaster. He's weighing in on something that's happening in the public sphere. If he was trying to come at you, he would have called you a fucking idiot, or he would have called you a whore, or he never said anything. The only thing he said is, bro, she's not dropping. She makes more money off of singles than she does off of albums. And this is obvious because she has 2 diamond albums and she's got a shitload of platinum plaques from solo joints to her collaborating with tons of different artists. I feel like what he said is kind of pretty valid because the proof is in the goddamn pudding. The reason why I wanted to bring this up is not that I give a fuck about whether or not, they are beefing. Yo, once again, this is me talking about as a podcaster. This is me being a sensitive podcaster today. Nigga, I can't even talk about how you're not dropping an album without you getting offended and stirring up beef.
No, but I think that's the thing though. I think we gotta find this medium between the commentators and the people who are playing the sport, so to say. Like,
Right,
so
right.
the artists are the ones that's playing the sport, and the commentators, we're talking about the sport, right? We're not in the sport. And I think it comes down to, like, you know, what was it? Erykah Badu said it. Like, we artists, we sensitive about our shit. Was it Erykah Badu? So it's like we have to understand that artists are sensitive about their shit. So we might just be joking, but to them, it's not a joke. You get what I'm saying? So I understand both sides. It's like, I think, well, again, when I did the interview with T.I. and we was going over the interview, he told me straight up, and I love the fact that we could have this conversation. He was like, man, what's good for you might not be good for me. And I had to accept that. I didn't like it. I didn't want to, but you got to accept that. You got to respect it, because it's like, okay, you want to talk about this shit when that don't do me no good in my career. You get what I'm trying to say? The same vice versa. So I get, like, Joe, I don't think she understands the love that Joe has for her, because she probably doesn't really watch the Jow Budden podcast. She probably only see the negative shit when it come up, which is understandable. That's okay. His podcast be like 3 hours long. I don't get mad when people don't watch my podcast, because it's an acquired taste. The shit is long, and to watch somebody talk, I don't even be wanting to do it sometimes. So I get it. I say that to say, we as Jow Budden fans, we know the love and admiration that Joe has for Cardi B. We know that. I think all of his fans know that. But for the people that don't know that, they see him saying that she's not coming out with an album. He has a big platform. To her, that can be swaying the audience. He's probably not doing that intentional, but it could very much so be doing that. So when you're looking at somebody who's not creating music, not because I don't want to, it might be because of anxiety, it might be because of my fears, it might be because I just had a really real life situation with my husband. I'm going through real life shit. And you talking about an album, you telling my people that I'm not going to drop an album, but like you don't know shit. So yeah, I can see her being upset. Like, yo, you don't know shit about me. You don't know, so keep my name out your mouth. Especially when you got everybody else attacking you. You get what I'm trying to say? Like, you gotta understand. Like, and I'm not trying to be here to cape for Cardi B, but she's a person, so I get it. It's like, my nigga, like, we be letting these followers and this celebrity shit get in our face and like just get in the way of not us understanding that these are regular human beings. You get what I'm trying to say? Like, she got real life shit going on, so of course she get on the internet and here go Joe, always in somebody's business. Joe saying she's never going to drop an album. I don't got time to go watch and see if you really like me. I'm going to talk about that, if that makes sense. Like, yo, get out my dick. Leave me alone.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I don't really.
I don't agree, but yeah, that's what's up.
What you don't agree about?
You're a public figure. Your whole life, you've made your whole life public. You made statements publicly. At one point, you said you was dropping an album. Then you said you wasn't dropping an album, and you made that statement in a public space. It wasn't something she said in private. It wasn't like somebody recorded her illegally and without her permission. So when you make public statements, guess what? It becomes public fodder. I cannot be a podcast in this public space and just expect that people are not going to talk about me behind my back, whether it be something positive or negative. Everybody got different experiences with me, and their perspectives are going to be different. People can have positive experiences of me and still have a negative perspective based on what they see. You know, I just made some crazy ass statements about whooping a nigga ass because a nigga was fucking a bitch. You know what I mean? I just said some wild shit last week. Do you think it's not going to cause people to have conversations in the comments? You know what I'm saying? And then them now start to create a narrative about who I am and what I'm about. Yo, that's a part of the game, baby. And
you can have every
change in. Go ahead.
You can have every intention to do something, but then if something in your life happens that kind of like fucks you up mentally or whatever the case is, I feel like it's all right to be like, nah, I need to take a step back and address this shit first, because I don't want to put out no mediocre bullshit. Like, you know what I mean? Especially if you got a track record of every album you put out is diamond, you don't want to put out no bullshit, because then all motherfuckers gonna be talking about is, oh, you waited this long to put out some bullshit. Da 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 da. It's like,
I can agree with you on that.
To your point, Jay, I feel like let's not overlook the human experience. I hear people say so many times that like you can't do this. You can be an artist. You can give commentation and not expect or not want to hear the critics. You can do that. It's going to make your job hell of a lot harder, but you can do that. So when we say like you can't just give you can't be commentary and not expect for people to comment on you. I mean, you can expect it, but it's going to make your job a lot harder. All I'm saying is this is the space that she's in. I'm not saying I agree with it. I'm just saying I understand it. That's all I'm saying. So being somebody who understands it, that's how now we have to move in a different way. We can't hold being somebody who understands it, we can't hold those who don't understand to a different expectation. No, we gotta hold them to the expectation of where they are. That's where they are. They don't understand it. So now we gotta move different. My bad. I see that hurt. I ain't mean it like that, Cardi. And maybe I'm gonna chill on your name for a second.
Now, that is a great statement. Joe said, I think I understand what's going on. This is a play because I love her. I'm on Spaces. Also, I've never done coke. Also, I've never gotten a lap dance from this. I promise you, and I can assure you, I will not cover a single thing this girl does for the remainder of her career. Peace and love. She literally took the play that Jay Hill just said. Jow Budden says, hey, it seemed to be too sensitive. I'm going to not bring you up anymore. Cool. Now, that's a beautiful thing to do. I think that's very mature on the behalf of Joe. He's been doing that a lot lately, creating that list of people he just won't talk about. But I feel like, and only to Cardi, and Cardi, I love you, Cardi, more so than any of these other girls in the music space currently, with the exception of some R&B chicks that I love. Anyway, you are missing out on prime opportunity to be promoted by somebody whom every sentence that comes out of his mouth seems to go viral.
I'm not gonna lie. I think Joe mishandled that again.
Him saying that he's not going to talk about it no more. What? How does that a mishandling?
The issue isn't. I think it's a little condescending. It could be a little gas situation over there.
How is this
condescending? I'm gonna tell you why. Because the problem isn't you talking about me. The problem is you talking negatively about me. I'm not complaining when you talk about me positively. So yeah, maybe you could say I won't say anything that can be belittling to you and your career. Maybe you say I won't say anything that can possibly hurt your business.
Has she ever said any? Go ahead. No, so go ahead, Nick, because I'm gonna get mad afterwards. Go ahead. Has she ever addressed anything that Joe has positively said about her?
No, I'm pretty sure no.
Nobody ever says nothing about when he's kissing their ass.
So that's also, a reason why he probably like, all right, I ain't gonna say nothing else then, because clearly you only gonna say something when I say something bad. I've been talking good shit about you for years, and the one time that I'd say something that wasn't even bad to your case, because I don't watch the Jow Budden podcast, so I don't know if he ever said nothing bad.
You got a clip?
No.
No. But if you only gonna address the shit that I said that was kind of negative, then it's like, all right, I ain't gonna say nothing. But also, it's going to be kind of impossible to not talk about Cardi B if she drops a banging ass album, bro. How you not going to speak on it? If somebody on the podcast says something about it, you're just gonna sit there and you're gonna have some type of look on your face, or
so based on the episode that played yesterday, that came out yesterday, they was talking about how Eminem album is fire. Joe said Eminem is on a list of people that I cannot talk about anymore, positively or negatively, because it always seems to affect my relationships with the people I love. So at this point, I have no opinion on Eminem. And they kept talking about it. He like, yo, can we stop talking about this? Because I don't want to have no parts of it. So like, and I feel like Jay Hill at this point is purposely gaslighting me on this show right now with the bullshit that he just said, and I'm letting him slide off of it because he know what he just said was some fucking bullshit. Everything you just said was some fucking bullshit, bro.
Wow.
He didn't gaslight that girl. He didn't gaslight that girl. He said respectfully, I'm not going to say nothing about you. So why the fuck do I need to only kiss ass? I'm not about to talk about nobody. If only thing I can kiss ass. I don't even want to be friends with you if I can't have an argument. If I can't fucking tell you some shit is wrong. If I can't tell you do some fucked up shit.
Okay, cool. He ain't gonna talk about it. But even outside of him and Cardi, I think that's. You're still taking. What about your fans then? Like when he talk about Eminem, we come to Jow Budden specifically to hear about culture, hip hop shit because of his knowledge and his history, his tenure in the space, right? So when you don't have the conversation about Eminem or Cardi B or a business that went bad, you depriving your audience. That's why we're here.
Cool. Okay. Go somewhere else to hear about Cardi. Go somewhere else to hear about M. You know what I mean? What's that? What is that? I have no idea. What the fuck is that? I can't even see that shit. Dudes with a... I don't know.
Let's say every bald light-skinned dude with a beard look like this.
What is that? What emoji is that?
It's just somebody drew on a potato and put some eyes on it. And I only showed that to say maybe it wasn't that nigga that got the lap dance. Maybe it just was a nigga that looked like a nigga. Maybe it wasn't him. All bald niggas with beards look the same.
Yo, that's hilarious.
He ain't do no coke, man. That man ain't do no coke. That nigga ain't getting no lap dance from her, man. I stand by that.
When we gonna add a segment to the show, let's see, because you swear you don't give a fuck, right? When we going, nah, you don't, because you actually care. I want to add a segment to the show where we talk about all the comedians that's not funny.
We can do that. We can highlight it.
No, Nick is not doing that.
We can highlight it like once a week.
I got one person in particular I want to talk about.
Love Nick
once a week.
No, we're not doing that. Nick, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. For the sake of your career, we're not doing that.
Man, what career?
That's wild.
We here.
You know this here. You know this nigga don't love you. You know this nigga don't love you, dog.
I'm tired of, bro. If you think of, no. I'm saying no. If you think about it like this, all of the people who've bloomed from the last 10 years, they grew doing something different, right? They didn't grow from being all polished and coming to work every day. They grew from not necessarily controversy, but things that people had opinions about, right? Think about it, academics. People didn't like the war in Chirac. Charlemagne the God. People didn't like that he asked off the wall crazy questions. Who else? Jow Budden. Shit, we don't even got to speak on it. Everybody got something to say about Joe. Every time you look at somebody who's had a big impact to the culture, even Steve Harvey, somebody that sings polished, it's something that shocked the world. So all I'm saying is when I say what career, I don't mean in a disrespectful way, but it's like, yo, we've been working out. We've been working. I can contest. Nick and I've been working. So what the fuck? Clearly, we got to do something different. So all I'm saying is we be scared of doing things. No, I'm joking, but it's like okay. So I'm kind of serious.
So JS1 wasn't working.
I'm saying so whatever. Because I'm kind of serious, but I'm kind of joking. So bear with me because this rant is real, but it's like I might not do it still. So I'm talking to myself. But anyway, back to the rant. So I feel like we be so scared to really do what it was necessary to win that we hold ourselves back. Because think about it. Imagine if you go online and you talk about all the niggas that's not funny. Yeah, it might burn some bridges, maybe for now though. But when it pop, them same niggas gonna circle back. Like, yo, can you come do that at my club? Or now, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, we should do a roast together, bro. Or they're gonna start roasting you. Like, it's just, bro, the shit that we be scared of, bro. It be the same thing that's gonna push us to the over the edge, bro.
I'm with it. I'm gonna highlight one comedian every week on the podcast. And have a
don't let me
segment of
funny. Don't let me trick you off the spot, bro.
Nah, I like that. I'm gonna start doing research.
But outside of the comedians though, I'm just saying, bro, it be that one thing that you like. I'm not gonna do.
I'm tired of these comedians, bro.
No, Jay, I'm just saying like that's what you get. It be that one thing.
Did a comedian come at you or something like?
No, niggas just don't be funny, bro. But it be niggas that be like, it be like. Bro,
say it for me, Jay. Say it for me.
It's just
you can say
like,
I'm gonna sound like I'm hating.
You know, niggas go viral all the time, and then like they get a lot of followers, so all the comments be like fire emojis. That shit ain't fire. That shit ain't lit. Like y'all keep gaslighting these niggas or lighting these niggas up. It's not lit. That shit is not funny.
And comedy is subjective, but that shit.
Man, this shit ain't that subjective. I'm sorry, bro.
It don't be funny though. That shit
like,
don't be funny.
Funny is funny, bro. God damn, funny is fucking funny.
This is facts. It's nothing funny. It's nothing funny about taking a nigga's.
Man. I forgot I could
and reusing it.
Yeah. Continue this segment.
Yo, niggas don't have no creativity. A nigga will take your video, right? Like niggas is getting paid off of reactions. That's not even reactions.
It's not even reactions.
Like a nigga will put. Like yo, you literally just looked at my video and you get paid. And then what happened? It don't go to the original creator, which I hate. It's like because like you can remix it, or sometimes they don't even remix it. So you can and then when Instagram gotta fix this shit because even when they remix it, it ain't like you are like you can see the original creator, like it's there for you to see. You gotta do some digging, and most consumers ain't doing that. Like at least put my watermark on a video or something says this video was created by. Like it's like, bro, this shit. I get you, bro. It gets sickening. However, again, I gotta reel it back into the positive side. What I will say is, I used to get upset at like people like posting my videos and not tagging them until I got to a point where I understood that this just means impact. This just means that my show is being seen, or my show has grown to be bigger than who I am, if that makes sense. And that has definitely given me some like solitude, like some rest, because at times I see my videos get millions of views and like ain't nobody tag me. I used to be like, yo, damn, y'all could have tagged me. But now it's like, no, my platform just got bigger than me, which is something that I strive for. So I don't even let it, you know what I'm saying?
And then when they do tag you, it'd be like they tag you 2 days after the post is up.
No engagement like, going on.
No, yeah, the engagement is done, man.
Right. Take my shit up.
That's some fucked up ass shit, bro. That's some fucked up ass shit. All right,
take my shit the fuck down.
What's next on the docket, man?
So we're not we not going to say the name,
huh?
Oh my bad. All right, let's move on.
Wait, what did you say? What did you say, bro?
I said we're not going to say the name. We're not going to say the name.
Oh, we talking about a lot of people. There's a few people.
Oh, okay, cool. Big Sean, drop some freestyle. We're gonna do a reaction to it. JS1 is funny. I'm funny. See, I just brought back what y'all. Never mind. So anyway,
hey, one time for baby girl to live, real Detroit legend. Yep. Hey, look. I had to switch the home team cause they committed treason. Eliante had a piece hit, I'm feeling seasick. Niggas looking for engagement like they got their knee bent. I got better things to do than find someone to beef with, or else I'm off the deep end. This game will take you either way, you know it's offense, defense. They say it's lonely at the top, well come and talk to me then. From where they quick to draw your watch like they trying to freehand. If your girl only knew I fly out this weekend. But you lucky cause I'd rather spend some time with Lil Man. I see myself in my son, it's like I'm tucking me in. Bitches in trouble. He already starting to break hearts and bursting bubbles. It's shooters that'll shoot you regardless of Metro trust you. Paid in full, nigga like me, love to hustle. They wanna disrupt you up to try to one up you. Luckily I'm up to God's time, ain't no rush for. World in my hands, I'ma treat it like a Rubik's Cube. Maneuver through from the ground up, took it through the roof. Best advice I ever gave myself was just be true to you. I always knew that I was the best, I guess I gotta prove it too.
Yeah.
Man, tree is terrible, I can't even vouch. I seen grown men get matching tattoos for the clout. I had train wrecks and kick home records out of my house. I seen 8-figure checks at once hit my account. That showed me enough of feeling, dog, it's not an amount. Cause I've been up and still hungry like I'm down for the count. Difference is I'm an activist and you drink activist. And I'm back acclimated and I'ma need my cut off toppers decapitated. Nigga, what the fuck you a pro at? Procrastinating? Shine, where the fuck you been at? Recalibrating. It's mixed in your inner circle. Niggas is half hating. Fucking it up so long, dog, I ain't even light-winded. Niggas back acting up like when that strike ended. New ring flash before your eyes like your life ended. Niggas be complaining too much, quit acting light-skinned. But trust when I see your dark side, I got night vision. Going hard as Dr. Umar on white women. Oh, God. Man, that's...
Alrighty then.
Yo, we gotta pull up the complex media list for 2024 too.
Going hard like Dr. Umar on white women. Oh my God,
bro. So yes, let's get straight to it. Let's not cat's out the bag. I feel like he's talking about. I feel like he could be talking about Kendrick Lamar, but he also could be talking about Kanye West because he's been talking about Kanye West for a long time. Kanye West owes him a lot of money. He felt disrespected about Kanye West when Kanye West went on Drink Champs. So he could be talking about Kanye West. I think everybody was saying he was talking about Kendrick Lamar because of the bar. He said he got more things to do than try to create beef with people, some shit like that. But even if you were, because what I don't like about it is people are making these assumptions, and he came out and said he wasn't talking about Kendrick Lamar. Didn't he say that, Jay?
I'm sorry. Repeat that again.
He came out and said that he wasn't talking about Kendrick Lamar, right?
No, he came out and said that he wasn't talking about Kanye.
Oh, he came out and said he wasn't talking about Kanye.
Yeah, because they were saying the public started going at him saying that Kanye leaked his album, and he had to calm people down and say, no, nigga, that didn't happen.
Wait, I thought the conversation was, I thought they said that he was talking about Kendrick Lamar.
No, they are saying that this is a diss record to. They're saying the public is saying that this is a diss towards Kendrick. I did not see a clip of him denying that, and that's the reason why I named this segment "Big Sean versus Kendrick" because I'm wondering is Big Sean dumb enough to take a shot at Kendrick and it go crazy? Why are you making faces, Nick? This is not a good time for somebody to come out and take a shot at Kendrick while he's at full power and he's got the whole West Coast going crazy. This is not smart, especially since Sean ain't in the same position that Drake is in. Two different positions.
He should be. Ain't nobody really. It's not too many people fucking with Big Sean when it comes to that pen, and that is a fact.
You feel like outside of just you feel like Kendrick and Big Sean are equals as far as the pen goes.
I feel like Big Sean when it comes to pen writing and metaphoric bars is right there with Lil Wayne.
What the fuck? Where the hell did it?
I'm serious, bro. Listen, bro. Listen.
All right, okay. So now let's take this one. All right, because I feel like you're going to duck and dodge again, but I'm gonna try this.
I'm not going to duck and dodge.
Lil Wayne and Kendrick on the same level, since you want to say that.
I'm not saying that they're on the same level. I feel like
Kendrick is better than Lil Wayne, or are they equals? And watch what you say. Words have repercussions.
Kendrick, when it comes to pen writing, to me is not like he can write, but it's not on the metaphor level. Like, to me, I prefer to listen to J. Cole over Kendrick because J. Cole, his wordplay is like doper. It's more like I can vibe to that and I can listen to that. Kendrick shit is more like woke, more like I'm on some for the people, which I'm not knocking that. You know what I mean? I was like, I'm for the people. I need niggas wake up, listen, this, that, and the third. Big Sean shit, Lil Wayne shit is on some like, damn, that's a fucking crazy ass bar. Like,
okay, so what you're saying is that there are two different type of rappers and they shouldn't be compared. Is that what you're saying?
Yes, I will say that, but I'm not saying that it should be compared because one is just so much better than the other one. I'm not saying that, but they have different styles. Yes. Okay.
So after all of that dancing around, nigga, that was the best dancing I done seen in a long time. That was you was jigabooing and shaking like a motherfucker. My question to you is, if Kendrick and Big Sean get into a battle, you feel like Big Sean could pull a win out of that battle between them two?
Yes.
Okay, you sir, and Big Sean is a fellow Aries. I love Big Sean.
Are y'all Big Sean fans though?
I'm not at all.
Okay.
I'm gonna be honest with you. Like I've only probably 2 or 3 records that I like from Big Sean. As a man and as a person, I think he's a beautiful person. I think he's a great man. Like, you know what I'm saying. But I don't believe in him as an artist.
Are you a Big Sean fan?
I like Big Sean.
Are you a fan of Big Sean though?
I mean,
no.
Cool.
So like, no,
I like his music. I mean, like, because if I say I'm not a fan, that means like
when he drops an album, do you listen to the album?
Yes. I listen to Big Sean more than I listen to Kendrick Lamar.
Okay, so in a battle, you feel like Big Sean could pull out a W over Kendrick?
No, I don't think so. Especially after what we just saw Kendrick do to Drake.
But we just seen that though. This is our first time seeing that.
Big Sean not good at playing them internet games. Big Sean don't play internet games. So I'm like, you got to be able to handle the internet games, plus the bars, plus stupid dope career. And I've never seen Big Sean operate as an independent. So I'm interested to see if he can handle himself, you know what I'm saying, out here where you control every part of your game. Go ahead.
You said Big Sean's pen game
metaphorically is on the same level as Lil Wayne. Yes. How can you not say, bro? Did you just not hear some of the shit he was saying?
Okay, you got it. You win.
All right. So what? All right. Which complex list did you want me to pull up?
Because
they got a bunch
of. You don't even rap. You don't even make music. You never, bro. You're a runner.
You're a runner. You're a track star.
What are you talking about?
That is crazy.
I write music. I have bars. Okay, so I know what qualifies as bars.
Crazy.
Nick, bro, Big Sean shouldn't even be put in the same conversation as Lil Wayne. Big Sean shouldn't even be in the same room as Lil Wayne if we're talking about rappers. Period. Not even. Go to the B room.
That's an emotional statement you just made. Like, I got you though. I'm not mad at you. I'm not mad at
you. They'll play more Big Sean records in the clubs than they will Kendrick.
Bro, no, don't move the goalpost.
I'm sorry. What you just say? They'll play Big Sean records. They'll play Wayne records. That's not true.
No, he didn't.
Yes, they will. They do, and they will.
You said Kendrick. They'll play more Big Sean records in the club than they'll play Kendrick Lamar. We're not talking about Kendrick Lamar. I'm talking about Lil Wayne because your statement was.
He said Wayne records.
No, he said Kendrick Lamar.
Oh, okay.
Your statement was you feel like
Big Sean's pen game metaphorically
is on the same level as Lil Wayne.
Yes, 1,000%.
You are high off of angel dust, my friend.
I'm on that Jow Budden cocaine. It's
clearly,
okay.
Clearly.
Yeah, we're gonna pivot. So, which list again, sir? Complex list. You said a complex list you want me to pull up. So, is it greatest artist? Is it media?
It's like the top 25 media.
Oh, okay. Got you. Complex top 25 media.
I'm ready to talk my shit, man.
All right. Okay.
I'm ready to burn some bridges.
Oh, cool. All right. Well, let me just go ahead and take myself off screen. There you go, buddy. Man, go ahead and do your thing, man.
Take me off the screen too. Give it to him.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yo, just turn your camera off. It says start camera, end camera. Just look right there at the bottom of your. Yeah. Go ahead. So, go ahead, Jay.
Man, that's crazy. So when y'all get to talking about shit, and I'm the one.
You see about to talk your shit? Go ahead.
No, I thought I wanted to have a conversation about it. What y'all?
All right, I'm back.
Look, we got to go down together. Look, he forcing us to go down.
You're not going down. I mean, I'm not. I'm reacting to. I feel like this list. I'm gonna be straight up.
So you feel like? Go ahead.
I feel like this list is repetitive as fuck. I feel like all of these people that be named on the list, it'd be people that like. When I first see it, the first thing that comes to mind is like, what's the word? Shit, what's the word? Huh?
Whack?
No, not whack. Because people are lit. Like they're lit. Like so, nothing. What I'm saying, like I'm not saying that they're not lit. Like these people are lit as fuck. I'm saying this is the 24 version. That's 20.
Is it?
Make sure it's 24 version. Because 25. Yeah, 25 for the 24 version is Gabe, I think.
Got you.
It said April 3rd, 2023 on the top.
All right, hold up. Okay, yeah, Media Power Ranking 2024. All right, I got it good now. Okay, this looks a lot better. I like this look better than most. All right, so at number 25, Gabe P.
I love
on
this.
The radar. I don't know who that guy is, but shout out to him.
So Gabe runs On the Radar, what we just watched from Big Sean rap.
Okay,
so that platform, that's his platform. So I love that he's on his list. I think that makes sense. But I feel like for the most part, everybody else, it's like repetitive in a way that's what I feel like that's what they think should be up there. Like if you go to 20, let's go. Like 24. I don't think I've known this guy, but I feel like he's popular. I don't know, but you know him, Jay?
Nope, never heard of him.
All right, go down.
All right, another new person. All right, let me see his platform. Refreshingly unproblematic content about rappers. Kids take over. Okay. Jason Lee. I'm sorry.
Hold up. Do we have time to go through this like the right way?
Go ahead.
All right. Let's start over then. Let's look at. Do they have a requirement? Let's start over. Let's not.
Do they have a requirement? That's a good question.
What is that?
Last year we published our inaugural hip hop media power ranking. Took the number one spot. Fierce comment. Okay, no, it just talks about the history of what they started, and it's not really saying
They don't say why they how they.
It says as with the previous, the ranking below reflects the current moment, not the entirety of one's career. We ranked each media personality based on their impact in the space since the release of our list in 2023. So it's just based off of their impact since last year.
Cool, thank you. All right, so Gabe P makes sense. He's been killing the space when it comes to on the radar. Like, I mean, everybody's been on the radar. Shit, Drake was on the radar. That's big for him to be in a space to have on the radar and have, I mean, artists from Drake, some of the biggest artists in the world, to some of the smallest artists in the world. I think that's super dope, man. And to see that he's a new face, I think that makes sense. So let's go down. Now, in another tab, can you maybe search this guy if you don't mind?
All right, what's the guy name?
No, I don't know. Copy and paste it. His name is right there.
Arshawn Jawade.
Jawade.
All right, let's see.
That's all I was asking. Do y'all got time? I mean,
all right. Featured on The Kids Take Over, freshly on Problematic, and an alternate, as y'all know, would have been eligible for the list, not because.
What is his name on
YouTube? I'm reading the thing too. Okay. He had a little interview with Bryson Tiller, which that's a thing. So let me put this in Google. I'm Googling the guy's name as we speak. And is Instagram?
You said what, Nick?
We're not doing this for all 25.
I don't think we had to do it at for all 25. I would hope not.
Yeah, I don't see. I mean, I see a bunch of little articles and stuff like that, but nothing like detailing who he is and what he does. He's got 12,000 followers on Instagram.
Sorry, come on, keep going. Who's number 23?
Kids Take Over. Yeah, that's it. I don't know why he was on there. That might have been a political.
Where is he
move.
based out of?
Jason Lee, New York. He's based out of New York.
Of course. Okay, Jason Lee. I feel like that makes sense. Okay.
Yeah, he should have been higher in my opinion.
But even you think he should be higher since 2023 to 2020 now? I feel like
he's had a big year, bro. Like him doing that live stream show. He does his podcast, but now he live stream it where there's live interactive conversations. The guest is on the couch. You know what I'm saying? Like that's something he just started. I mean, he's been doing live streams, but he's never did it with like a huge set. So like that's just a whole different thing. You feel me? Like, but shout out to him.
Adam 22. Again, I feel like that makes sense. I feel like this is like it's no effort. I feel like it's no effort. Like these are the people that I feel like you think you should name. But keep going. 22.
All right, Van Lathan. All right, that's a given. I mean,
no, but I'm not gonna lie, no, bro. Like, with all due respect, like I don't want to seem like I'm hating, but it's like, yo, again, Van Lathan was the guy that was on TMZ, right? At first, right?
Yeah.
And now he got his own thing. But where is it? Like, I don't see no conversation being pushed. And I don't want to be a hater. It's just like, bro, like y'all naming people that you feel like should be up there. Like, help me out, Jay, because if I'm lying, I don't want to just be talking out of emotion. But
I'm not mad at you. I don't see him dropping anything that was relevant in the hip hop space like that much. All right, they had him in there saying that he broke down the Kendrick Drake beef, and I'm like, yeah, a bunch of niggas did that. And he didn't do anything special that I felt like needed to stand out and be recognized for. Outside of that, I don't see him building any really big platforms, and the platform he does have isn't all of that impactful in my opinion. Right. So, but go ahead.
So that's what I'm saying. So when I'm looking at this list, I'm like, bro, what are y'all like? Is it because that these are the people that y'all know? It seems like these are the people that got the relationship. So we're going to pick these people because they got the name and it like what? Okay, I feel like I've seen this guy before. I feel like
this guy is crazy. His YouTube channel used to just cover, like he used to be the same thing. He was the same thing that the Academics was. He used to do videos talking about like gang culture and hip hop.
Yeah,
and he didn't show his face for years. So you talking about somebody that was snitching online. Everything that you hate Academics for, you should hate Trap Lord 10 times more because Trap Lord did way more detailed, like naming people, naming who they murdered, like where they murdered them. Oh, yo, he was like taking people's songs and connecting them to real life court cases. He did the most, and then recently came from behind the camera and started like doing interviews and started like, you know what I mean, going on podcasts and different stuff like that. So yeah, but of course we're not going to people. They can do whatever the fuck they want to do. But go ahead.
Let's see, 19.
So let's see.
Nadeska. Again, with all due respect.
Yeah.
But what is like what what movement is being pushed? You know what I'm saying? Like I haven't seen.
Yeah, she was working with doing reviews on albums. That's the only thing she really did of note this year. Now, I ain't seen her in any kind of impact. No impactful moments whatsoever.
18.
So like, yeah. Sway, all right, can't never argue. I don't give a fuck. I'm never gonna argue with Sway. Should have been higher up in my opinion, but shout out to him. You know what I mean? Sway in the Morning has been consistent as fuck. Angela Yee broke off this year and started her own platform. Is it that impactful? Fuck no. The interviews, fuck no. There's really no real. I mean, like I've seen a couple of decent interviews from her joint, but
again, it just makes sense. It's like I'm just throwing names out there. Like name some of the biggest personalities. Like.
Facts. Big Boy, I mean, nobody's gonna argue. Legend in the game, West Coast legend.
That's what I'm saying. We should argue though. No, not that's what I'm saying. Because they are legends in the game. That doesn't mean that they was the top rank for the last year. That's what I'm trying to say. But they are in a respectful way.
Right. He's had big interviews though. Like he
has. I'm not arguing Big Boy for this per se, but I'm saying to your point, that's what I'm saying. It's like just because they're one of the biggest personalities. That doesn't mean that they was the biggest this last year. Like, let's get some people in there who really made moments in hip hop.
Okay, so like out in Big Boy's defense, in the last year, Kanye dropped.
I'm not talking about Big Boy.
Oh, okay, all right, okay. I was like, if I need to defend Big Boy, I can easily do that for him. Now, a lot of other people I can't. Angie Martinez only had 3 great interviews. Definitely the Jeezy one. Definitely the one with God damn it, Nipsey's ex-wife, not ex-wife, but Nipsey's widow. That was a phenomenal.
London. But that's what I'm asking. What is the qualifications of the year? So when I see Gabe, if you want to be real, I think Gabe should be way lower than what he is. If you want to be technical, for everybody that you put on this list. Gabe on the radar has smashed every single person platform that I've seen so far. I mean, I've seen on the radar way more than I've seen Angie Martinez. More, and I love Angie Martinez. Let's not get that's my GOAT of interviewers. That's my GOAT, like in my perspective. But Gabe, I've seen Gabe way more than Van Lathan. I've seen Gabe way more than Trap Lord, but that's a different space, so I'm not gonna speak on him. I've seen Gabe way more than Nadeska. Like I feel like they're putting it up there because maybe he's the younger guy in the space. No, if you're talking about for the last year, do that.
Now you also got to understand that we are ruled by our algorithms. So like if you probably watch freestyles more than I do, so like I may not see. I can't deny that I've seen a lot of on the radar freestyles over the last year, but I do see a lot of these other interviews because I actually watch them, so they end up becoming more prominent in my timeline. But I'm not denying what you're saying, but what I will say is impact. It goes differently, but because Gabe is doing more than one thing, because Gabe is also doing interviews, Gabe is also running a media
freestyles. I'm just talking about
and then the freestyle. So like I would put him higher because he's physically putting in more work than other people. But shout out to Angie Martinez.
When the last time Angie Martinez dropped the In Real Life podcast? A month ago, maybe more, maybe longer.
Yep.
So, and again, it's no disrespect to Angie Martinez.
She's also still doing her radio show 5 days a week. So
okay. So number 14, we putting Bootleg Kev over on the radar. It's no way, bro. Way. It makes no sense.
Bootleg Kev had some moments this year, but once again, Gabe should be higher. I got you. So like, you know what I mean? But like, I feel like Bootleg Kev earned his place, especially if we're talking about hip hop media. He's definitely one of the heavier weights. You know what I'm saying? And he's interviewing.
What the fuck is going on in the world? I'm sorry.
My bad. He's interviewing high-end artists, but he's also interviewing a lot of underground artists, which there aren't a lot of platforms for underground artists that are coming up that are doing fly shit. So like, you know what I'm saying? That was kind of one of the first places I seen Mexican OT interview, the ESTG interview where ESTG walked out. You know what I'm saying? So like, he's been able to pull off a lot of shit that a lot of other platforms either don't want to interview or just don't even see on their radar. So like, shout out to Bootleg Kev.
We got pause. Did you know that Joe Biden just decided to no longer run for presidency?
That was something I was going to talk about, but
because it just happened. Like it literally just happened like 10 minutes ago.
So I feel like let's get through this, and then if you want to, we can still talk about it afterwards. I don't want to stop this.
Yeah, like 10 minutes ago, the nigga literally just dropped out.
Hey, bro, it's real. Okay, so we can't avoid it. We got to have a conversation now. So, ladies and gentlemen, I might have to take center stage for a second. So, Trump gets shot at, grazed by the ear. Trump won the debate. Trump's numbers have been crazy. He just signed on his VP. VP is a formidable person, not necessarily somebody anybody cares about. Trump seems to have his shit together, and it definitely looks like he was going to become president if we kept going the way we're going. Let's be honest, Joe Biden physically doesn't have the capability of being able to handle the task of debating, doing all of the running around the country. Running for president is a very physically taxing job. It requires you to go to different places every day, 2 and 3, 4 different places every day, taking mad flights. As a late 80-year-old man, it is very hard for him to do, and he's already been physically taxed by doing 4 years of being the president. So he's losing. He's physically not in a place to be able to handle it. He's mentally not in a place to be able to handle it. And his reputation and his jacket ain't holding up. So like at this point, the Democrats are too much of a bitch to try to put him or do something fly to make him look dope or fight it. So they've actually behind closed doors, Obama called him 4 days ago and asked him to step down. Then there were a few other people that called in. The Clintons actually made a private phone call to Biden and requested him to stand down. So after a few days of deliberation, this isn't very crazy for me to hear. CNN, they've been talking about this. MSNBC has been talking about this. So this is something that we've seen coming. The question is, who's going to take his place? The crazy part that I don't like about this, and I heard that as he was going to step down, he was not going to endorse Kamala Harris. I don't fucking understand why we're not going to endorse Kamala Harris. Not necessarily that I am all amped about having another black president, but Kamala Harris is fucking ex-military. She's a fucking lawyer. She's smart as fuck. She's hard as far as, you know what I'm saying? She's a strong personality, and she's very intelligent. Why not endorse this person? And she's been vice president already for 4 years, so the country actually is already familiar. Not as familiar as they could be, but what are we going to do? We got to run Kamala, or who else? Who else do we feel like? And don't tell me nothing about no fucking Bernie Sanders. Bernie Sanders is just as old as Biden. So I don't feel like that's a good idea at this point for us to try to push for a last minute Bernie Sanders push towards the White House.
Yo, what is happening?
Yo,
it's a crazy.
First of all, yo, Trump.
Who they gonna pull out of the woodworks that's gonna compete against Trump, bro?
Yo,
that was my thing from the beginning.
He's showing his ass on niggas, bro. Like this nigga really, it's commendable almost, bro. Like this nigga really showing up. Like he ain't playing with these niggas.
Does the shooting weigh in Biden's decision at all? Probably
Repeat
not,
that
right?
question again?
Did the shooting weigh in on Biden's decision at all?
Yeah, yo, I'm telling you, that fucking shooting shot that nigga numbers through the roof. It's the shooting, the fucking picture, the way he's been pivoting off of it. Dog, Trump has not stopped talking about that. He's talked about that shit every fucking day, all day since it's happened.
Nigga, 50 Cent did too.
That's what I'm saying. It was the intended effect.
If I get shot at nigga, I'm talking about that shit forever.
When y'all ask me why the fuck would somebody do this, it's because it galvanized his base. It made people feel like he was bulletproof. It made people feel like, yo, they coming after him. He must be the man. We gotta stick behind him. It fucking fired his base up, and it fired him up. And it made people more determined to be on his side. It really made people have to choose sides, and it fucked up the Democrats. Niggas don't know what the fuck to do now. Oh shit. This just fucking happened. We look guilty as fuck, even though we probably didn't have nothing to do with it. And we ain't know what the fuck we was doing before this shit. And now this, to me, the fact that Biden stepped down is a prime example of these niggas not having a fucking clue on what to do next. The moment you should have had the next person in place ready to go to do a peaceful transition, saying Biden would say, hey man, I don't feel like I'm fit, but here's my guy or here's my girl, Kamala Harris. She's going to take my place. This is how we're going to, yo, come on, bro. You know what? I ain't going to lie. I hate being a fucking Democrat. Democrats are fucking stupid. You niggas have the most money and zero organization. Y'all niggas have the most diversity and zero common sense. Y'all niggas don't never plan for shit and got the most educations. The Republicans is the dumbest niggas out here, but they organize and they fucking out here making moves. Niggas done changed the goddamn Congress. Y'all done, they done changed the goddamn shit. They done changed the motherfucking Supreme Court. And you niggas can't get up off your asses to organize a presidential run? What the fuck are y'all niggas doing, bro?
Maybe he racist, bro.
I don't give a fuck. And that's the problem. Y'all Democrats give a fuck too much about who's racist and who not. This shit is fucked up. We need control so we can fix shit. I don't give a fuck if a nigga racist. Is the nigga gonna do what the fuck I said he gonna do at gunpoint?
No, I'm saying he racist. That's why he not. That's why he not endorsing VP Harris, because he racist. He got on Biden. He got on. He got on Obama's ticket. That's what he got on. He got on Obama's ticket, so that way he could get woo familiarity. They vote him in next year. Hey, get this black lady on your team. You gonna get the blacks and you gonna get the lady votes. And now you in position is like, nah, I don't want no lady being president. I want no black woman being president. You know what I mean? That could be that. I don't know. That don't make no sense.
So Trump about to be our next president.
And I think so. And I'm not missing out on that PPP this year. I ain't missing out.
I know niggas saying this shit to be funny, but you don't want this nigga to become president, bro.
Bro, they said that last time. What really happened? Honestly, not trying to be ignorant. They said that.
Whoa, I'm gonna answer your question right now, and very clearly. Trump was running out of ego the first time and was not organized, and most of his presidency was clumsy, unorganized, and thrown together. When he left office, what happened is throughout that first presidency, all of the uber conservative racist motherfuckers that were organized and had money decided to get behind this nigga because they knew that they could control him. As long as they put money in his pocket and they made sure he was happy, they were allowed to put together Project 25, which is the goal for 2025, which is pretty much to throw out anybody that's not going to agree with the president and not agree with their agenda moving forward, and they're gonna have a dictatorship. That's what the fuck we're talking about. We're talking about a group of people that are educated, well-financed, and well-organized and been preparing for 30 years. And they put on their website exactly what they want to do. So that means they've already gotten rid of anything that has to do with minority support. So they got rid of that. So now they're going to start throwing niggas out of their businesses. Number two, they're going to do is they're going to start fucking putting niggas in internment camps. They literally fucking said that shit. It's in the documents, meaning that they're going to start with illegal aliens. Then they're going to start with homeless people. So they're going to create internment jails for illegals and for homeless people. They're going to put them in jails. Is that what you want to happen? The niggas that's on the corner that y'all be trying to feed, they're going to round these niggas up and they're going to put them in jail. So now what happens if you lose your job? What happens if you lose your home? You got to immediately report to an internment camp. So how the fuck do you find another job? How the fuck do you get out of the streets after that? Those are a couple small things. Then you've got, when I say the ability to change the laws within the federal government to, if you don't agree with the president, you could be fired. That means that there's no checks and balances. If the president wants to go to war, you go to war. If the president wants to not deal with black people no more, nobody can fight him on that. Right now, we have a system of checks and balances. That means the president could not like some shit and other people in the government be like, I don't give a fuck about that shit, and they're not be fired. So if they get in there and they create a system where you have to follow whatever the president says. So what if the president decides that he just don't like China and he wants to launch off nuclear weapons? There's nobody stopping him from doing that. That's the fucking problem. And because we all arguing about dumb shit, we're not understanding that there is a group of people that have been making sure that they got down on paper everything they're going to do. They know exactly what laws to attack. They know exactly what people they want to get removed from office. They know exactly how they want to do whatever they're going to do. And they've already got everybody that they want to put in position already set aside. So this time, if Trump wins, instead of him not having a staff to run, because when he won the first time, he had no transition staff. He had no chief of staff. He had no fucking foreign affairs. He had none of those people. For literally 2 years, he didn't have those people. Guess what? They already have their staff figured out already. And none of them are Republicans. None of them are Democrats. They are all uber conservatives who are all about this fucking racist agenda. And the thing that makes it worse is that they're not hiding it. It's on his website. They laid it out point by point how they're going to get rid of niggas. That's what's different. Is that before it was a fluke and niggas laughed about it and he fumbled his way. This time, some fucking racist conservative niggas that are fucking radicals have teamed up with this nigga and they're not hiding it. That's the point. So what makes it crazier is there's got to be some worse shit behind the shit that they're showing you. So is that how far we want to take it? So, and this has been discussions on the news for weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks and months at a time. And this is what people have been screaming, is that it's not that I don't hate Trump because of his personal shit. I don't give a fuck about Trump fucking prostitutes, and that's what you're supposed to do when you rich. Nigga, go fuck some prostitutes and some bitches. Get out here, steal money, rip niggas off. Yo, you're a rich nigga. That's what you're supposed to do. I know poor niggas that do that shit. But when you talk about becoming president of the United States, there has to be some sense of purpose for helping the country, not rich people in the country, but all Americans. And internment camps should never be anywhere on a list of priorities for an American president. I'm sorry. Them cutting, Trump cut child support down. Trump cut what is that? The shit where niggas get the money when you ain't got no job. Like, Trump unemployment, bro. They're trying to completely get rid of unemployment. So a lot of people who are surviving right now off of unemployment and a lot of other things are going to lose that shit. Insurance companies, well, like right now, they're trying to put laws in place to regulate on how much interest can be charged. They're also trying to put things in line to where they can, right now, the Democrats are trying to stop corporations from buying houses. Do you think Trump gives a fuck about any of that shit? So, like, let's be honest, let's be real, man. Like, and I know we want to have jokes and be funny, but this shit ain't funny. And we talking about the game.
Is Kamala Harris going to run for president?
I hope so. So, I'm wondering if this is a good thing for everybody.
But it's been a conversation about having a woman as president. Okay. Remember when Hillary was running? People was like, "Dude, is that what we want for our country?"
I think that's just some sexist shit. Are you trying to ask me whether or not it's okay that a woman can run? Not
if it's okay, but I remember having that. I remember hearing that conversation. Is that a real thing?
I think that's bullshit. I think it's bullshit. I feel like, first of all, you're talking about a woman. She ain't 20, she ain't 30, she ain't 40, she in her 50s, damn near her 60s. So, like, you're talking about somebody who is seasoned. You're talking about somebody that already handles large staffs of people, thousands of people. She has to make big decisions. Whether you're talking about Hillary Clinton or Kamala Harris, these women are women of industry. These are professionals. So, like, I really wish we would stop talking about these people that are already powerful individuals, whether it be in politics or not in politics, like they're fucking some chambermaid or like some kind of housewife that they never had a job before. Like, these women are powerful leaders. So, like, can she run a country? Fuck yeah. And the fact of the matter is, nobody knows if they can run a country until they do it, because guess what? You've never run a country. It's not a job that everybody can get. You can't fill out an application and get a job to run a country. So, like, everybody, and you're never doing it by yourself. You're always running the country with a group of people that help you make decisions. So you could be Jay Hill, you could become president tomorrow. Guess what? There's still going to be a group of people that are going to explain things to you. They're going to help you understand, hey, if you decide to do this, this is what's going to happen. If you decide to do that, this is what's going to happen. And you only are just making measured decisions based upon the information you're given. So anybody can run a country if you're willing to learn, be attentive, to be caring, and think about long-term implications, not just the momentary implications. And can a woman do that? Yes. The same way a man can do that. I think that's a ridiculous conversation. All right. Wait a minute. Somebody in the Instagram live said women will destroy the world. Wow. That's crazy. Yeah, you really need help, my brother. It's like that's crazy.
We've been on here for 2 hours, man.
Oh man, I still had a few more topics to cover, but if you're ready to go, it's all good.
What you had, man?
All right. Oh, let's get into I want to get into some personal, emotional stuff. Let's go. I feel like this would be great. We can start crying.
Flip of the switch moment that permanently changed your life or perspective.
This was my first.
All right. Did you hear that, Jay?
Yeah, the flip of a switch that personally.
Yeah, there you go.
Flip of the switch moment that permanently changed your life or perspective.
This was my first day in therapy, and my therapist said, "You seem really well adjusted for someone who's never gone to therapy. Why are you here?" And I said, "I'm a good husband, I'm a good father, I'm a good friend, I'm a good employee, but I want to be great at all those things, and I feel like if I could be great at those by myself, I would have been by now, so I'm getting help." And she said, "Employee is someone you are for your job, husband is someone you are for your wife, father is someone you are for your son, and friend is someone you are for your friends. Who are you for yourself? Who are you outside of those roles?" And then the waterworks happened, and I heard myself say, "I'm not sure there's much of a person at the end of all that." And that was the beginning of me figuring out who I was at 30-something years old. Everything changed after that.
Question. Have you ever had a flip the switch moment? And I'm not necessarily saying that it had to be like what that gentleman just said.
I don't know. It's hard to think about it. But I think I've had it. I mean, more so recently, that situation. Just understanding that, like what he said, bro. I think that's a man thing, to be honest. Like being everything to everybody else except for us. And then when we don't get me personally, it gets frustrating because when you don't get the reciprocation from the people that you're pouring into, that hurts. So how can I reciprocate my own energy and love myself in a way that I don't put myself in these positions anymore, right? So how can I be so in love with Jay and have my own boundaries so I don't be forced to be in a position where I'm upset when you don't reciprocate whatever I did for you? Am I making sense?
Mm-hmm. What you do for yourself, so
for example, boundaries, right? So if I don't know, I talked to Nick about this. So let's say if I ask Nick to watch my daughter or something, I don't know, right? Or to help out with something. If Nick doesn't really want to do it and he does it anyway, and then I don't repay him in the way that he thinks he should be repaid, then in return he gets frustrated, or he could get frustrated, right? To love yourself is to be able to say, in the moment where I want to say yes to a friend, I'm gonna put my priorities first and put me first before I put myself in a position where I don't like. And that's just a small example, right? And I think we do these things on multitudes of level of small instances where it begins to be a big instance, specifically in relationships, right? Okay, when you first meet a girl, I really don't like people that I don't know. I really don't like people that smoke, but she's cute, so I'll let her smoke. I really want somebody that got a college degree, but she don't have a college degree, but she's cool, so I'm gonna let it pass. And you continue to do that, continue to do those small things, and then it become a big thing. And you like, how did I get here? And I feel like when you can love yourself, and that's why even what the guy was saying, when you can love yourself, then you don't put those things on the back burner. You say, no, I have boundaries within myself, if that makes sense.
I feel like you filled that man's statement with stuff that didn't exist. I think the most
for me, you asked me. You said, did I have a conversation? I'm saying, yeah, that's for me.
Oh, okay. Oh, the moment, the switch moment.
Yeah.
Definitely. Well, shout out to you for realizing those things. I feel like it's definitely important to recognize boundaries and how to establish them. What I will say is, for myself, my biggest switch was probably a month before I turned 40. And I had a that was probably around the time I had like a midlife crisis. I kind of had like a breakdown, a lot of crying, a lot of suicidal thoughts, a lot of stuff. And it was not until close to my birthday, and like God has a way of putting people in places at those times to kind of help. And like the biggest thing I realized was I had ignored me for so long. So like, and that was something that hit me. Like when that guy was saying that, I was like, that hit me like so hard, because it's like you learn to be so much for so many people, and then you realize that, damn, I keep putting myself and what I want to the side. I keep brushing it off. I keep not making it important. I keep deprioritizing myself and prioritizing everybody else, because we were taught to say that, whatever you create for somebody else, or you create for the world, or you helping your friends, that creates your value. If I'm there for Jay all of the time, then, what I'm saying, I'm the shit too, because Jay the man, I'm the man, we all gonna be the men. But that's not real, because if I'm not taking care of myself, how am I properly going to be able to take care of Jay? If I'm sick all of the time, like if I'm literally sick all of the time and Jay need me to come help with something, I can't really help, can I?
Nope.
If I'm always broke and I've never gotten what I wanted for my life, how can I help somebody else achieve what they want for their life? You know what I'm saying? If I haven't learned how to deal with my mental health issues and this and that, well, when my guy come to me and he's dealing with mental health issues and he's dealing with problems, I can't really give him answers. If I'm still holding on to anger from every component of my life, how can I ask him to release something that I'm not willing to release myself? So at 40, realizing that I had not accomplished anything that I ever wanted to accomplish in my life beyond whatever I did. You know what? I was chasing for the energy of chasing, because that's what creativity is about. You just chase this. You want to create stuff. And then once you create it, you create something else. And you create something else. And it's not always thinking about value of the creation or making sure that the creation creates for you. Well, these are all things that nobody taught a young black dude, bro. So only thing people tell you is work hard, don't ever stop working, don't listen to nobody, keep doing all these things that we're taught as young black men. I got caught up in that, and I had to get off of that thing. But at the same time, you're still processing the fact that you just spent half of your life not getting where you needed to go. That's a very hard thing to unburden yourself from. Because you judge yourself based off of your accomplishments. And when you realize that you're about to turn 40 and you may have accomplished things, but they are not with the things that you would value yourself with, then now you a choice to look in the mirror and go, I am a failure. How do you consume that when you're talking to yourself? See, it's nice. This is cute shit to talk on air a lot of times when they say, yo, just get over it. But no, nigga, look at yourself at the point in your life when you said, yo, as a man, because the whole world is judging you regardless. Let me tell you something. Me having that come to Jesus moment to myself was nothing compared to the failure that the rest of the world had already painted me as. So you got that, plus you get this on yourself. That's a hard conversation to have. But
that's deep.
I would never recommend people to go through the process that I go through to get to Zen. There's a whole thing that I go through, and it's not pretty. But the thing I will tell everybody is you need to, and I tell people to do this as early as possible, you need to cleanse yourself of your judgment of yourself and allow yourself to be whatever it is without judgment, meaning that you have to allow yourself to exist, but recognize that in the space that I exist in, am I, it's like saying, if I properly taken care of this plant that I potted, all right, the plant's still growing, it's still there, but it may not have yielded a lot of fruit. That does not mean that's the end of the plant's life. It doesn't mean that you can't now start taking care of that plant better. All right, if I realize that I've been putting the wrong soil into this plant, well, what do? You get the right soil. If I've realized that I've been overwatering or underwatering this plant, what do? I figure out how to do it right. If I've been putting the wrong fertilizer in this plant, what do? I find the right thing. We have to look at ourselves as plants. We have to look at ourselves as ever-growing beings. And just because I made a mistake all the way up until 40 does not mean I can't fix that. That doesn't mean that even at 45, I could still be making mistakes. And I still haven't learned from those mistakes. Guess what? That doesn't mean I can't stop at this point and now start making changes.
I think what I would do, I think it's going to sound like I'm joking, but if I got to a point where I felt like, damn, I done failed, but I have all the tools and resources necessary to now succeed, I would have a child. And then just, I know it sounds crazy, but then I would just implement everything that I should have been doing along the way into that child. So at least when I get the fuck up out of here at whatever age, hopefully I make it to be at least 80 type shit. At least now I know that my life wasn't a failure because at least I put a human in society that has all the tools and resources to be able to do it. I know that might sound crazy.
No, it doesn't though.
You know what I mean? Like
to me, because I just had this conversation, man, and I think, having a child, bro, that come from your blood, bro, man, that's one of the best feelings in the world, bro. And like, just for what you're saying, like, and I think, like, I've seen some success. Like, I'm super blessed and fortunate. And like, if it stopped today, man, God has definitely worked in my life and I can see it. But to be able to have a daughter and know that, and know how successful I was, but still how much I missed out on. But to know that I got that knowledge, oh my God. That's why I say it ain't funny. I get exactly what you're saying. Because it's like, if you think I was okay, whew.
So in response to what you just said, I'm not going to say that was the right or the wrong decision to make, or say it was funny or not. That's not the point I want to make. However, what I will say is that if you haven't learned how to cleanse the bad habits, a lot of times the sins of the father will visit the children.
Absolutely.
So whatever fears that you haven't gotten over, or any self-judgments you haven't gotten past, as much as you're trying to set this child on the right path, but like a major mistake a lot of people make. You was poor, you bust your ass, you become wealthy, or you become well off. You have children. Now, instead of teaching your children all of the important things that you learned while you were struggling, what do? You spoil the child. So now the child grows up and the child is unable to take care of itself because it never learned all of the hardships you learned to become successful. The only thing it received was you showering that child with gifts and protecting the child from the world instead of preparing the child for the world. If I may, go ahead.
But I think that's also something that, like, once you reach that Zen level that you was talking about, that's also something that you are aware of. Yeah, hopefully. You know what I mean? I think that's something you're aware of. You know what I mean?
And it becomes down to mentor. And honestly, and that's another thing, when you realize that you're broken and you realize you've been running in a negative cycle, hopefully a person would say, I need to find my way out and I can't do it alone. So how can I find people to help me find a better path or the right path or the whatever? So that's when, because I feel like, and this is another problem we have in our culture. When we get to a bad place and we say, I'm going through shit, but I just need to get away from everybody and do it alone. No, that's not how you find success. That's not how you become unlost. If you're lost, the last thing you need to do is go, I need to go by myself. When you're lost, you go, nigga, hey, person, do you know how to get the blah, blah, blah? You wouldn't go, I see another person, run the opposite direction. I need, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to keep trying to find my way out. What the fuck? You know what I mean? I feel like a problem with our culture is we always get this instinct that we got to fix ourselves. We got to do it on our own. It's me and I'm self-made. I did it all by myself. That's all. Any successful person, people help that person. It's a lie. No person ever came up by themselves. And if they told you they came up by themselves, it's a fucking lie. It's always a lie. There's always a group of people. There was always somebody. There was always somebody there to mentor you or to support you or to give you something or to help you or open a door or to say yes when they could have said no. There's always something. So the last thing we need to do when we realize that we're broken, to go, let's remove everybody from my presence and then let me be by myself. No. It's the same thing in a church community. That's why they tell you to bring your ass to church. Bring yourself to the community. Bring yourself into the collective so that we can all help each other. So when you say, hey, man, I don't have no food, somebody can say, here's some bread. Somebody can say, here's some vegetables. Here's some meat. I don't know how to read and write. Cool. Take this person. This person's going to teach you how to read. I don't know how to do something. Cool. Somebody can say, let me help you. And then vice versa, when you have skills that you can bring somebody else, you can bring that to bear for them. It's all about bringing ourselves to the community. So if I could say anything is, yes, have a child that can help because you're building a community within yourself. However, what I will tell you is if you ever got to the place that I ever got to, find people that love you.
Yeah, you got your parents in your life, Jay?
Oh yeah, for sure. Yes, sir. Both my parents. And look, I had a friend of mine that was there for me when I first started. Not when I first started, but when I started my radio station, like one of my first business partners, he flew in for my birthday, and like I was in a really bad space, and he stayed with me for like a week, and like just him having conversations about like the effect that I had on his life. And then my other friends reaching out to me and talking about like, yo, I remember this from college. I remember you did this for me. And like people just telling me about, yo, I remember when you built that and we had made this money over here and da-da-da. And I, you know what I mean? Because when you're so down on yourself and you're thinking about everything that didn't happen and you have that love around you where people start telling you about all the shit you have done, you know what I mean? And just being like, and just niggas telling you, bro, this is just the first half of your life, nigga. So now that you got all this information, you know where to take it for the second half. You know, and like, and them just being there made so much difference. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was definitely an interesting birthday. But Nick, I didn't mean to cut you off. You seemed like you was going somewhere with the parent thing.
No, I just was honestly just asking.
For sure. I'm gonna play this one clip and then we're gonna get the hell up out of here.
This is a fascinating experiment by the University of Washington. We see a 15-month-old with a toy. See how relaxed and confident he is. He is willing to explore the toy. He feels safe.
Can I put the lid back on the box? We'll close it up. Look at this. There.
Now an emoter has entered the scene, setting the scene for a negative interaction.
Kelly's going to say, read a magazine. Kelly, look at this.
That's aggravating. That's so annoying.
Oh, I thought it was really interesting.
Well, that's just your opinion. It's aggravating.
The tone was tense. The interaction was negative.
Yeah.
Watch how the toddler's behavior has changed. He has become more cautious and hesitant for the toy. Even at such a young age, children are so keenly aware of all the environmental changes happening around them. When parents fight, children notice, and it can affect a toddler's behavior by making them more aggressive, withdrawn and more quiet, increasing their stress levels, all by increasing their anxiety. To help our children grow in a happy and healthy way, it is important that we create a positive, loving, nurturing environment at home.
Now, the only thing I would change out of that conversation is she said parents. It could be anybody. The people that you a child prominently spends their time with, their attitudes, their emotions, the way they react and interact in the world is definitely, colored by that at home interaction or the interaction of where the babysitter is or how school is. And if you have, a lot of my life is painted by me remembering the constant arguing my parents did when I was a child. It was constantly slamming, doors slamming, screaming and hollering, and they still do it to this day. And it's actually, even at 45, if I catch them in an argument, it's triggering to a certain extent. And it affects, it affected how I became who I became. I was always the person to make fun of everything to diffuse the arguments. I was the person in the house that would be over the top, that wanted to make everybody happy to keep the argument from happening. Yo, all right, I'll cook, I'll clean, I'll do this. If it's gonna keep niggas from arguing, cool. Or let me go take mom out. We gonna go do this. I don't want to have an argument. I end up being a mediator, a people pleaser for the purpose of these type of things. But that's not always healthy because when you grow up, you don't stop doing that. You end up being people pleasing, and then guess what? You end up ignoring your own needs. You end up ignoring your own boundaries because you're always trying to make everybody happy. Mm-hmm. Vice versa, there's people that take the complete opposite reaction to that. They become more withdrawn. They leave. You know what I'm saying? Or they join in. They choose a side. And now they're going to partner up with whoever they feel is right. And then now they're going to take down anybody that's on the opposite. Instead of children being able to naturally grow in an environment where they are not forced to have to contend with out of control emotional situations. I play this because this was something I wanted to play for the show, and I wanted to play this for Jay and all of the other people that have children to start thinking about it's easy for us to put what we think are our emotional thoughts on a child. Yo, you acting like this. You don't know how that person is acting. And even if that person is acting that way, that doesn't require you to actually react to it. A child is going to be a child. You as an adult can control your emotions. They can't. So learning how to navigate your emotions so that you don't put on them unnecessary anger, unnecessary complications, or, you think, oh, you just like your mama. You doing it, but that's not. That's that person. That's an individual person, and they're navigating their own unique experience. And you can either be that person's guide, you can be that person's safe space. Just because you're physically protecting that person, that doesn't mean you're mentally or emotionally protecting that person. And guess what? The mental and emotional protection is just as, if not more important than the physical protection. So like, a lot of times out of that statement you were saying earlier, Nick, we was like, man, like, you realize you fucked up, you gonna have a kid. All right, but if I haven't learned how to deal with how my tongue works around my children, I know. Don't resist the temptation.
I know. That was tough, though. That was tough.
I know. But if you don't realize how to effectively communicate, you could be causing way more damage, and you can recreate an environment that you feel like you're trying to get away from, because your mama used to scream at you, but that don't mean you ain't slamming the door on a child, or you don't say something that hurts them deeply. And it's inevitable. You're always something is going to happen to hurt a child. We're not perfect beings, but it's all about reducing the amount of negative interaction and increasing the amount of positive interactivity and healthy information, healthy exchanges, so they can be more well-rounded and loving. So I hate to say this, but this is also a reason when people ask me about interracial dating and why certain things coming. Why does a black man go and date a white girl? I said, well, a lot of times a white girl was not brought up with the same level of trauma. So when she meets you, she's just meet you. She's happy. She interested in you. Y'all have a good time. And it's different to be around somebody where you don't have to verbally spar with that person. When she's just like, you want to hang out? Let's just hang out. That's it. That's all we doing. Oh, you going? I'm going out. She can be like, all right. What you mean? You ain't got no problem with me going out? No, nigga, go.
Yeah. No.
What?
Facts.
There's no judgment. There's no, you know what I'm saying? Like, you ain't got to do a whole bunch of shit. Well, because you got to remember the same shit that I had to go through when I grew up. My female cousins had to go through that shit. All of the women I meet. So guess what? We all going through fucking mental karate when we meet each other, because we all navigating traumas, rape, inappropriate talking, screaming and hollering, hatred, resentment, shit that that shit didn't happen to us, may not have particularly, but the people around us went through it, and then they in turn dumped all of that shit on us, and we are all trying to, we don't even know what to do with the shit that we carrying around. And then now we don't know how to talk to nobody. We can't talk to nobody because being a man or being a woman is about holding some shit that ain't yours.
That's crazy. I didn't even know that you had that clip up. So when I mentioned the thing about having a kid, that was wild that you had that brought
That's
up.
crazy.
And then God, no, facts though. And then two, I know I have an issue. And I really be trying to work through this, bro. Like whenever a conversation, because this has been good conversation. Like whenever a conversation gets serious, like for a long time, I always try to find like that comedic relief.
Right.
So the whole, you don't know how your tongue work was crazy, but I'm glad we let that slide though. I'm glad we let that slide. No, for real. I'm glad we let that slide. But no, you hit that shit spot on, bro. Like, that's why that's kind of a reason why I asked about the parenting thing too, though, because I feel like we are a product, of course, of our environments. You are how you were raised. My parents' situation, I had my mom and dad from 7 years old until, and my grandma raised me. So in my eyes, like, so we never had no serious conversations about shit. It was just my grandma just got done raising 4 kids. Now she got to raise 4 more. She just trying to do whatever it takes to get niggas through high school. And now y'all niggas got to get the fuck on and figure that shit out because grandma tired. She just had to inherit some bullshit type shit. So But it take you a while to get to that point where you realize, like, yo, I got some shit that I need to work on. I got some shit I need to figure out. I got some shit that I'm fucked up. You know what I mean? And you gotta, do a lot of self reflection, and that shit it be hard, especially when you're trying to deal with other motherfuckers, mainly the women, and they don't really understand, and they pressing buttons, and you don't even know how to express to them that they pressing buttons because you just doing whatever the fuck to make them happy, and you really not doing shit for yourself because it's all about. And then anytime they do some shit, you're not gonna bring it up. The second time, you're not gonna bring it up. Third time, you're not gonna bring it up. Now you get to the 10th time, you bringing it up. But now you bringing it like you bringing it up, like you going like, you know what I mean. So it's like, well, you should have said something before. I was like, no, I ain't say nothing because it wasn't that big of a deal. But really, internally, it was a big deal. You just not saying shit about it. Like, and you now, anytime some shit irritates me, hey, look, I really didn't like that you forgot to put the top on the mayonnaise. You know what I mean? Like, I need you to make sure because I bought it and I don't want it to go bad type shit. It could be the most simplest shit. It don't even matter though. Just addressing it, expressing it, so that way it just get nipped in the bud. You know what I mean? Like, that was yeah.
I can be honest with you and tell you, I didn't find the tools to have hard conversations like that with my parents and people that I loved until I was in my late 30s. So I had to learn how to navigate the conversation without triggering somebody that's triggered by everything. But when they do get triggered, the thing I realized is that I can't stop them from being triggered, but what I can do is stop myself from being triggered. To recognize that when my anger is starting to well up, I would say, excuse me, or, hey, I didn't raise my voice at you. Could we please just have this conversation without screaming? Excuse me, I don't like how you referenced me in that moment. Excuse me, I'm getting upset. I may need to leave the room. Do you know how hard a black parent from the 60s and the 50s, they ain't trying to hear that shit when they child tell you, excuse me, I might have to leave the room because you just said something that really pissed me off. And hey, I'm gonna leave because I don't want to end up saying something to you that I regret. Or I don't want to say something to you that demeans you. You know what I mean? Even though I feel like you're being demeaning to me, I don't want to be that to you. And I feel like I just need to leave the room, or we need to continue this another time. Like, to me, when I was able to realize that, and I was able to realize a way to articulate how I felt, what they were doing to me that I didn't like, even historically from way back to now, to just say, hey man, I don't like this. I don't like it when you speak to me in that way. Hey, I love you and I appreciate everything you do. And me telling you what I don't like is not me trying to attack you. Hey, I'm not here to attack you, but I am a grown man, and I would like to be treated with the same level of respect that you give people that you don't know. You give strangers more respect than you give me, and I don't appreciate that because I protect you way more. Do you know the hardest conversation I had with my parents is when I had to tell them, yo, y'all have never protected me. And they was appalled. What? We have always protected you. I said, no, you haven't. I said, when I was in school, what the first thing you said to the teachers? If you don't like something that he do, just whoop his ass. I said, is that protection? I said, when you sent me around other people, the first thing you said to them was, yo, if he do something wrong, whoop his ass. I said, what if they was raping me? Are you going to believe me over them? I said, you've never believed somebody else. I said, and there was a situation where a young lady had came around. We was at a church function. A young lady came and cursed me out in front, and I was like, yo, I'm not feeling this young lady. And they was just like, yo, get over it. Excuse me? What? So when I had to pull them to a side, when I verbalized a lot of this stuff, they never thought about it before. They was like, yo, my mom and my dad literally said, yo, can we talk about this later? And they came back and was like, we apologize. We never even considered what we will be doing as not protecting you. I said, but if I'm your son, if you always giving my phone out, if you like one of my exes and my ex call you to get my phone number, why would you give them my phone number? That's not protecting me. Well, yeah, they just want to talk. You should just talk to her. Ma, if I don't want to interact with this person for whatever reason, the first thing you should do is call me and ask me if it's okay, right? I said, because you wouldn't want me to give your phone number out to your creditors or somebody that might owe you some bread. See, these are the things that a lot of times we don't think about. We don't think these are small, nuanced things, but as they compound over years and years and years, it describes a pattern that could be hurtful to a friend, to a loved one, to a child. So, like, you know what I mean? That's why it's so important. And I'm happy that Jay actually allows me to have these conversations. We could talk about this shit because, like, us growing up as men, man, and we becoming the leaders of the next generation. That's why I say it's so important that we start being conscious and cognizant. Like, I try my best to not bring bullshit to Jay. He already got a shitload of stuff on his plate. So why do I need to come and dump on this nigga all day? Now, mind you, if he's telling me, hey, Jay, I really want to know what's going on with you, I'll tell him what's up. But I'm not going to unilaterally just call niggas and do that. You know what I'm saying? Because I understand, like, yo, it's crazy. But if I need, I will call and say, bro, I need to talk to somebody. I need to get this. Can you handle this? I need to get this off. You know how sometimes a motherfucker gonna push your button so much you ready to commit murder? Or I'm sorry, not murder, but you ready to hurt somebody? You know what I'm saying? Like, but anyway, with that being said, we love y'all. I appreciate everybody for tuning in. You know, Jay was tuned out for the last 15 minutes, but I appreciate you for holding on there, buddy. You look like you was about to fall out. He was like, this is too much real talk. I can't do this.
I'm just, bro, I'm extremely hungry. I gotta run.
Okay. Get your ass up in the morning, Jay, and make breakfast so that way you're not hungry. All right, it's done, bro. All right, we good. Nick, I appreciate you, brother. You know what I'm saying,
bro.
I love you, bro.
Hey, y'all get home safe.
I'm in the live now. See y'all later, bro.
You dickhead ass niggas.